Are we introducing our characters or our personality, like in real life? Okay. All right. Well, I'm Stephanie Harvey, also known as Miss Harvey. I used to be a professional gamer in Counter-Strike. Now I'm CLG Counter Logic Gaming's director of development, and I'm super excited to be here today with my character. I'm obviously probably the newbiest of all of these players. They're super experienced. So Alex holds my hand a lot more than anybody else. But I love D&D, and today my character's name is hold on, Keitra. Yes, Keitra is a cat. But you guys know that race as a tabaxi, but I just found out about tabaxis today. She is a rogue, super experienced, super skilled, and she's a white, beautiful little fluff. She's very, very gracious, and she kind of lights up the room when she walks in, which is not something that she wants to do because she's a rogue. So she's doing her best to kind of control the fact that she's so charismatic in a room, but you know, there's only so much she can do, like I said prior to this call. So that's my little Keitra. Can't wait to play her.
I think the last bit of what you said wasn't caught.
Yeah.
No.
Apparently we can't hear Alex on the stream. We can only hear myself. So thankfully Alex only said a couple of sentences. I was the first to introduce my character. But while we try to fix that, maybe someone else can go ahead and introduce their character while Alex mic is being fixed, and themselves, not just their character.
Any takers? Is it me?
Yeah,
It's
it's
you.
you.
Thanks for volunteering.
All right. My name is Crowan, and I also used to be a former pro player. I was for Heroes of the Storm and Teamfight Tactics, though. Recently have transitioned to being a caster commentator, mainly for TFT, but for some other games as well. But excited to be here. Always love playing D&D. First Epic, experiencing that, so I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun. So I'll be playing Kodor, who is an old Silver Dragonborn, who is a Tempest cleric, and he's an old war veteran, seen a lot of battles, one of the few clerics who is no stranger to the front lines, getting into the thick of things, survived a lot of fights, a lot of several scars are on his face, and honestly all of his body, but covered by armor, so can't see many of them. But just likes helping out, just another battle to win the war and protect people in general. So very, very noble cause there.
Excellent.
Nice.
Any updates on the mic? Am I coming in clear yet?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
We can hear him, they say. In all
Excellent. All right.
caps.
Perfect.
Yay,
Yes, in all
we did
caps.
it.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks to the two of you for introducing your characters. Let's go ahead and give the floor now to Andrew.
Hello, I'm Andrew Bishkinsky. I'm a dungeon master and occasional designer, and lately a finalist, apparently, in a D&D Dungeon Master Challenge. I'll be playing Taldrax, who is a kobold bard sorcerer. So I'll try to do a little bit of an in-character introduction. So you see kind of a greenish kobold wearing a beret, and he's got a scimitar on his belt and kind of some kind of stringed musical instrument, the likes of which you've never seen because he cobbled it together himself. He's wearing a pair of really cool sunglasses to help with the sunlight sensitivity. And he says something like, "Hello, I am Taldrax. In my warren, I was first best storyteller, first best dragon chess player, and third best fighter. no matter what Nookmook says, that duel was very fair, and tripping with the tail is absolutely allowed. And I'll be Taldorax.
Taldorax, thank you for that. All right, let's move on here. Let's go to Bill next.
Hi, my name's Bill Benham, and I'm the tabletop RPG producer for Wizards of the Coast on the D&D team. Used to work with the Adventurers League, and I really enjoy D&D. And I will be playing Kerbo Chumley, who is a goblin that usually tries to pass himself off as a halfling. He's a fun-loving free spirit, and enjoys hijinks and mishaps and things of that nature. So this seemed like a pretty good crew, like a very, especially the kobold, very mishap oriented. So yeah, I'll be playing Kerbo, and I hope you enjoy it.
Hail to Kerbo. And last but certainly not least, Ginny, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
All right. I am Jenny Loveday. I do, I guess, D&D adventure design and editing. I have a stream, a podcast. I don't know, all of the things. I have produced some Adventures League content as well. And Andrew kind of sold himself short on being the finalist of that competition because there were a lot of people. So if we want to be impressed, go back to that thing. But I am playing Cree Keen Warden, who is an Aarakocra, styled as an albatross. Bit of an outcast from their flock. They have a tendency to kind of act first without really thinking out the consequences of what they do, but they are really interested in fighting, so they've learned some interesting psionic fighting styles. And also I'm going to be shooting things with arrows from the sky, so sorry for annoying you with that, Alex.
No problem. I'll just remember to pick on you the most. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll reiterate a few words, considering my mic was turned off. So today we are here playing the Season 7 epic from Adventurers League called Drums of the Dead. I myself, my name is Alex. I'm a Mi'kmaq from Listicuch Mi'kmaq First Nation. I now live in Montreal. I work here. And before we continue, today is a charity game, and I'll announce who we are collecting our charity for. It is the Southern Quebec Inuit Association. It was created to answer the needs of the growing population of the Inuit population, or the Inuit living outside of Inuit Nunangat. Since registering as a nonprofit organization in March 2017, they have been working on creating community wellness initiatives that promote healthier lifestyles, community engagement, joy, and cultural pride. They offer community workshops and events, sensitivity training, and a platform for urban Inuit to voice their concerns on issues of importance to them. So just as a note, throughout the game, also as you are giving charity, your donations will also lead to in-game consequences, like players getting rerolls, myself getting a reroll if I want to pick on the players a little bit, and so on. I see some no's here. Yes, please. No. And so with that, I guess we can go ahead and start the module. Well, actually, I think we're waiting a little bit before then. What are some thoughts leading into this? Has anybody? So for people who have played and never played an epic before, what's been your experience in Dungeons and Dragons so far?
Well, personally, I mean, experience on the Dragons started in college for me with 3.5 / like Pathfinder-y stuff. Mainly just going through some homebrew worlds. I haven't really played many like official like settings. A couple of them one time. It was like Storm King's Thunder, or like I guess a modified version of it is what I'm most familiar with. That was a really great experience on my longer term campaigns. And started DMing a little bit. It is hard, so props to you, Alex, for doing this, especially in an epic sense, because DMing is very difficult. And any other DMs out there, of course. But I'm playing for how long is it at this point? I don't know, 5-6-ish years. But it's been a ton of fun.
What year is it?
I don't know what year is it anymore. It's all blended together nowadays.
That's it. Time is just a construct anyway.
It really is.
Mhm. It was invented by the Swiss.
To sell pocket watches.
I see. Yeah. Oh, the 3.5. My experience with 3.5 was kind of the gateway to D&D for myself. I never got to play a game, though, unfortunately. I had the books, I was reading, my friends were initially into it, and as I think time went on, they just kind of, their interest kind of dwindled. So I didn't actually get to play D&D finally until 5th edition. All right.
My experience was really none. Almost.
That's not true. You played at
You have
least
a game
one
under
other
your belt.
adventure.
Yes, it is true. Well, I played only on stream, and I've done a lot of one-offs where people hold my hand, but I've done a homebrew really so like 2 years almost every week. But I had like the same character and the same teammates for like 2 years, so like it didn't really expand too much my knowledge of characters and classes and whatnot. So and it was also on, I think it was 3E. So it was really different than what it is now.
I mean, what do you say, 2-3 years of experience? That's nothing to write off, though.
Well, it was yeah, it was like a homebrew monk character that didn't really exist. So it was, yeah, it didn't give me much experience on the knowledge of like the D&D world, if that makes any sense. And it's
I
also
getcha.
on stream, so it's always like, yeah, when people hold your hand, you learn less, you know.
Fair enough. Hopefully, you get a bit of an opportunity to flex a bit of muscle in this one-off that we're going to be doing.
I'm excited.
But we know the players, we know the characters. Let's proceed into today's adventure, which is Drums of the Dead.
I think we were supposed to have some ominous drumming there, like where they vote you off the island in Survivor.
I heard the music start. I hope that chat can hear it.
Yeah.
The Soulmonger is no more, and Sararak's death curse has been lifted from Toro. Tonight, adventurers from far and wide gather in Port Nyanzaru to celebrate their victories. Alas, no sooner than one threat perished, another bubbles up to threaten the poor folk of Schult. Earlier today, a messenger stumbled into town from a secret laboratory in the jungle. He revealed that alchemists from the Lord's Alliance have colluded with the Order of the Gauntlet Clerics, weaving a powerful spell over the jungle itself. The intention was to destroy Schult's undead, but the spell backfired, and in place has created a zombie plague, infecting both living and undead. As we speak, an undead horde rushes towards Port Nyanzaru, threatening the livelihoods of everyone. The zombies are fast, faster than we have ever seen before. They cannot also be turned. A single bite or scratch infects their victims with the plague, rendering them into one of the many which make up the horde of the undead. Even worse, our seers have revealed that the Archlich, Saz Tam, has found a way to command the zombies and has raised the crawling palace itself of Ras Nasi, a castle carried on the backs of 12 colossal skeletal tortoises. This is currently being led by a lich by the name of Valindra Shadowmantle. Tam's drummers beat out a rhythm, controlling the infected and driving them towards our very city. Volo and the merchant princes have worked together to brew an antidote for the zombie plague, but the components are hidden deep within the jungle. We need volunteers to search for these components, while the greatest among you strike against the crawling palace, silencing the drums of the dead. You're the best that this land has to offer. Heroes forged in the crucibles of your own adventure. The only question remains, will you stand with us?
Huzzah!
I don't have a choice.
We've been conscripted.
Fight or die.
Contract bind.
Uh,
Nevertheless,
Fight and die. We'll
how
see.
come I have to die first? Why is it always the fighter?
well, never know if that'll happen. Maybe they'll come from the back line this time around. Nevertheless, as you are brought together, you introduce yourselves to one another, and you quickly are assigned a series of tasks by Volo himself. He directs you. Your group must search the jungle for components to the antidote. Soldiers will escort you to the Golden Throne, seat of power to the port's merchant princes. And as the sun ebbs over the shining sea, you must go upon your quest. There are 8 ingredients to my cure. We need a drop of blood from the very first victim infected. We will also require some chalk from the backfired ritual itself. 2 other components are required. We need the eye of a giant ape and a Howruan sunstone. Simple, albeit will require a bit of work from you. Boulder then hands you a map. I've pinpointed the 4 locations across the jungle where these components reside. Your mission is to recover as many as you can possible. To speed you in your journey, and you can hear kind of a gust of wind approach, you will travel by air on a tamed giant pterosaur. And this gigantic pterosaur, which is referred to as Quetzalcoatl lands. It's gargantuan in nature and has a piece on the back, almost like a saddle, but is made to be able to hold about almost a dozen people.
Cool.
Magnificent, eh?
So we're
Lastly,
finding
yeah.
patient 0. Got it. Okay.
yes, you must find patient 0 along with 3 other tasks. There are more components, but there are other teams currently working on this. This is your task. Finally, Vola reaches behind him and gives you a stone etched with ruins. This is a guga of some sort. If you talk through it, you will be able to talk to me, and I will be able to respond to you through it. Just give it a shake and speak. It should be quite simple. Do you have any questions before you proceed?
I have a lot of questions, but I don't think we have enough time for that, so we should just go.
Yes, I believe time is of a complete essence.
I mean, we have a Guga, so we are good.
We will be in communication through said guga. Yes.
Yes. Guga to go.
Guga to go. We'll go with that.
Oh, I thought it was a talkie-rocky, but okay.
If that is what you prefer.
Oh. We don't come up with fancy names where I'm from.
Very well. Your steed awaits. Best of luck to you all. And as you kind of like gather your belongings and the equipment that you've procured, you begin the trek into the trackless jungle itself. It's an interesting sensation for those of you who have not flown on the backs of a gargantuan beast before. And you quickly realize, you're gaining quite a bit of distance. In what apparently just a little less than an hour, after gliding over miles of trackless jungle, you spot torchlight in the dark below. A military camp of bamboo huts sprawls across a jungle clearing, encircled by a stout palisade. You also see that half of this camp is overrun by a horde of groaning zombies. Makeshift barricades thread between the huts to stem the undead's incursion into the other half. You hear a familiar voice crackling through the magic stone. Camp Vengeance is in the jungle laboratory where the outbreak began. Alas, there are still a few souls trapped down there. They may have the components we need. You land inside of the camp on the thut. As you disembark from your beast of burden, you meet with the remaining survivors. They are a ragtag band of alchemists, clerics, and soldiers alike. The group here you see is knee-deep in mud. And you can tell by the surroundings and the remaining inhabitants, sickness is spreading fast. Your stone voices again. See if you can find Helbrin West. He's the lead alchemist. He'll help you extract the blood sample I need. But before that, something that I recommend that you do is find Lady Galandrian Mika. She was one of the clerics who performed the ritual. I'm sure she'll have the chalk that we need to be able to complete our antidote. Lady Mika works in the field hospital where she tends to injured soldiers brought in from the barricades. When you meet, I assume she will be in no mood for bargaining. You will probably need to help. We're going to be up in our necks in casualties, and we need all of the assistance we can get. Your first task, help the lady. Go silent. You feel around the tents. You could see that people are being brought in with various degrees of injuries. People unconscious and conscious alike. Some people holding really ghastly wounds. You see people being put into what appears to be a caged-off area where some of them, apparently, their wounds that they procured from battle are blackening, creating these yellow cysts, and they almost seem to grow immediately before you. It's quite sickening, and there's a scent in the air. So it's unnerving, and it quickly gives you an idea of the gravity of the situation. As you ask around, figuring out where you need to go, you see 2 bedraggled hospital tents sagging under the heavy rainfall. Lady Mika marches inside the nearest, where a handful of beds rest in the mud. You see a gnome surgeon cleansing his tools over a braziel hastily, and 2 nurses scurrying back and forth, fetching clean sheets and water. You were brought in by Volo, I imagine. Lady Mika addresses you.
Yes.
Yes.
We have.
Indeed. He's just kind of dropped us here on the back of this. We're here to help, I think.
The help we need. All right. The undead have recently mounted another surge on the barricade, and we have about a dozen survivors injured in the attack. The soldiers were able to push it back, but we've procured a lot of injuries. Casualties are en route to this field hospital right now, and I need help to triage them. As they come in, I need you to provide assistance in delivering what type of treatment that they will need. We have 2 tents currently. A surgeon is in each of them, and we have 2 nurses which are working amongst themselves. I will need you to divide yourselves into 2 groups. In fact, let's go ahead and say, and points to Keitra, Kree, and Kodor. You 3 will be together. You 2 remaining, come with me. I'll bring you to the next tent.
Is
Okay.
it because we're short?
No, it's
No.
because you're pretending to be a surgeon. You can't go with us.
We need all the help we can get. I'm sorry, but if I could give better thought to how I would divide you, I definitely would. Please, come. We must go now.
Okay.
You were dragged into the second tent, and basically, I will change our screen here to give people an illustration. These are your 2 tents. I will explain it for the people watching at home, basically how this part works, and also I will re-explain it to the players. You basically have to receive patients and decide what treatment they require. You have 2 nurses available to you and 1 surgeon. You also have a quarantine pen that you can, if you notice that people are infected with the zombie plague, this is usually a sort of like a necrotizing wound that is like spreading at a very alarming rate. You would put them in quarantine. If they have wounds that require surgery, you would ask the surgeon to work with them. But if their wounds are fairly minor, you can have the nurse assist them. Sometimes, patients who will be coming in aren't even aware that they might be infected, or maybe they are and they're trying to hide it. And it is up to your 2 teams to figure out what is the correct treatment for the people coming in, and also finding what might ail them exactly. Now, for the people at home, what will be interesting here is we've divided the group into 2, and the people who are currently not being interacted with will play the NPCs for each team. we've decided this earlier. But basically, what we'll do is we'll start with Team A, which are the 3 that I designated earlier. Team B will be the second team with the 2 remaining.
Is it because we're short?
It is because there is a lack of time to be able to distinguish. Nevertheless, we start. The scene comes in. You hear what appears to be a cart being dragged outside, and the shuddered, kind of hurried voices of people. You hear the splash of mud as people are hurriedly, what sounds like approaching the tent. And before you, 2 people enter. One by the name of Sieben, and one by the name of Yenros.
As Sieben comes in, I want to kind of look over what seems to be the matter with you today. I'm not sure who's...
Yenros me?
Are you Sieben?
Yeah, I'm Yenros.
Oh, my apologies. So it turns out we'll go with the team that was shoot off first. So, so it's actually Kurbo and Tal. Your tent has these people approaching.
Got it. And what were the names again?
Sieben and Yenros.
Okay.
Sieben. Sieben, is it? You said?
Yeah, that's me.
How hurt are you, Sieben? Where's it? Is it here? Is it here? Where does it hurt? Have you been bitten?
That's a lot of question. I'm pretty sure I got hit by Gord's crossbow right here in the lungs.
Oh God! Get this man this person to a surgeon right now, immediately.
But Gord,
for he is all over blood from right here.
Gord, it was you.
Wait, what? Who's Gord?
You're not quite certain. You haven't interacted with anyone by the name of Gort yet.
Okay.
Okay, well, you know what? When Gort comes in, we'll kick his ass for shooting you. But right now, you need a surgeon.
Well, really, I think I'm having difficulties to breathe. Find Gorth. I need Gorth.
We'll find Gorth right now. Shut up and go in here so the surgeon can work on you, or you're gonna die.
Well, can you help me out here?
No.
Jeremy.
Actually, wait
Jeremy.
a moment. I'm gonna make a medicine check.
Sure.
Let's see. That's a 9. I'm going to take a wad of dirty cloth and cram it into the hole where blood appears to be spurting. There. Now, as soon as Gorth comes in, we are gonna get him over to you, pal. But you need to see the surgeon. So, esteemed colleague, also tiny person. What do you think, surgeon?
I concur.
Okay, see, and he's much smarter than I am. So, surgeon, this guy needs surged.
The gnome kind of looks at you. Right away. Please, come here.
Also keeps talking about Gorth. Might want to have a visit from the Ether Bunny over there. Kind of quiet him down a little bit.
Let's see what I can do. We've ran out of ether, unfortunately, earlier.
Damn it. Just a good, solid to the head. Just nothing sharp, though.
You have another patient
right.
ahead of you.
It's Gord's fault.
Yenros comes stumbling forward, kind of clutching at his stomach, his kind of chest area.
Okay.
Probably is profusely bleeding through it right now, and says, "Oh God, is this the end?"
Maybe, but let's hope not. Esteemed colleague, what do you think?
Oh, well, we better find out what happened to you.
Yenros kind of just slumps over and passes out momentarily, and a few seconds later, kind of head shoots back up. Says, "Oh, what? Behind you! There's one of them."
Is there? I turn around, and is there one of them behind me?
There is no one behind you.
Okay.
Careful! Watch out!
Okay. Let me see what's wrong. Is he holding like part of his body? Like I want to kind of
Yeah.
examine. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe let's throw a medicine check on there.
Go for it.
And see what happens with that. I am rolling. I swear.
16. You kind of reassure Yenros to let go of this profusing wound and begins to bleed quite excessively as they remove their hand from it. They have a massive laceration to their stomach. It looks like they were punctured by something metallic.
Oh, that's not great. I think probably.
Probably Gore. Keep going.
Yeah. Also, do you know Gorth?
Who's Gorth? Never heard.
Okay. Surgery, colleague. Do you concur?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yenros passes out again.
Yeah,
Slumps over to the side.
To the surgeon, should I be administering if I have healing magics? Should I be helping?
Any resources you could spare would be great. Currently working on trying to patch up these small wounds on Sieben.
Do I think that does he look infected? Because I'm looking for infection.
Go ahead and you're looking for infection. Was that in your first medicine check, or do you want to?
Well, it'll be whatever you like.
Sure. We'll say in your first one, you kind of look over. You look at the obvious places, like the arms, the legs. You look kind of around the wound, and you see that like there's no like flesh being necrotized. There's no bite wounds or scratches that are boiling and turning into cysts. They look like as if their injuries are strictly from combat rather than infection.
Okay. I'm gonna throw him a cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Okay.
For 6 points of healing.
6 points of healing. Okay. The wound itself doesn't close entirely, but the bleeding slows down dramatically.
Okay, and then I'll hand him over to. Do I feel like he still needs a surgeon after that, or can I just hand him off to a nurse to recover?
Roll a medicine check.
All right, let's do another one.
After the healing, Yenros comes back to consciousness.
Ooh, 21.
Deep breathing.
You have increased the chances of them recovering. However, the gaping wound will become infected if it is not closed or sutured.
Okay. Surgeon!
You've just told me to work on this person. Who is it?
Well, now there's 2, man.
I can only work on one person at a time. You decide which one of them goes to the nurse.
Oh, God. The first one, because he can't breathe, and breathing is super important.
But there's blood spilling out of me.
Shh, no one's not. Shh. Tranquilo. Tranquilo. Shh.
This is the end. No one can help here.
Hand over mouth. Shh.
Where did you learn your medicine?
My what now? As he kind of drags him over to the nurse.
Stop! Unhand me! You're one of them! Stop!
Shh. It'll all be over soon, buddy.
So one of the nurses quickly starts to work with Yenros, trying to stop the bleeding as much as possible. And in that exact instance, we move over to the other tent.
All right.
Closer, arriving onto the other side of the field, we have 2 injured. One by the name of Yarni, and the other as Ravakan.
Okay. Let's see. And you there, you appear to have bodily fluids on you. What's wrong with you? Who are you? What's wrong with you? Are you okay?
Which one of us are you talking to?
Let's start with Yarni.
Yeah.
Okay, weird. My tooth. They broke my tooth. And he drops like a tooth which falls out of his mouth. And I got hit in the eye. See, and he's got like a eye and like a couple of broken teeth. And yeah, he's a little halfling. Yeah, they broke my teeth.
Oh, I mean, to me, this guy looks kind of more like he's been in a bar fight. I don't think we should tie up our surgeon with this.
He was totally
Mark was a zombie that hit me.
It was zombie that hit you?
Yes.
Might need the quarantine.
You know, Well, better safe than sorry. You're right. You're onto something, Crone. Let's just, you just go sit over here and just hold on to the tooth. You can't.
Was the infected? No, it's just that I'm okay. I think it just fits back in.
Well, but it's just it's a precautionary measure.
Precautionary. They're gonna infect me in there.
No. You are not going to infect anyone else by being in there. It's a safety for you and everyone here. It's a chaotic situation.
But all I've got is this broken tooth. I don't want to go in there. They look like they've got the weird things.
You've also got your eyes doing the.
I'll have a more extensive look, and I wanted to make a medicine check, see if this wound has any scratches near the eye or anything like that, or what kind of.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Medicine. Okay, natural 20, 23.
Wow.
You take a closer look, and as you kind of inspect the fact that some of the teeth are falling out in the wound itself, the wound is just a bruise, but you could see inside the gums are turning simultaneously yellow and then blackening, and the teeth are kind of falling out one by one as it spreads.
Yeah, I kind of whisper over to the companions and say, definitely the quarantine. It is bad.
Yep. So we'll give you this sheet, and you could just put it between you and the others, and we need you to go here.
Okay. Well, as long as we're separated.
And Yarny is quickly brought over to the quarantining pen.
All right. I think we did the right call there, yeah.
While my colleagues are kind of just talking, I've been this whole time just kind of I'm kind of dancing, investigating, and I'm just kind of looking, and when we decide to put our friend in quarantine, I'm kind of dancing around him and kind of moving pushing forward, and I'm kind of leading him and making sure he goes to quarantine safe.
I go to quarantine. I mean,
all right. Well, that was Yarny. Who was the other one?
Ravikant.
That's quite the name.
Just call me Rav.
Well,
and Rav will hold up one hand, and his it kind of off to the side, and these two fingers are gone, and there's a big laceration on his palm. And he's like, oh God, it was I don't know. They got my hand. I need help. I need a nurse, please.
Go ahead.
What got your hand? Do you recall? What was it?
I don't remember. There was a big crush, and then there was fighting, and then I went to draw back my sword hand, and I was like, oh God! And then it hurt, and I didn't have fingers, so it's it really hurt. I need a nurse. I need comfort. And a bandage.
It looks severe, yes. What do you both
It looks kind of putrid. Let me do a medicine check to see if it looks infected.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Words hurt, lady. Bird.
So I do a 4, so I'm that's a big gash. I don't know.
Fingers.
Yeah, I think we should probably you could bleed out with your fingers, right? We should probably get you into the surgeon to close that up.
No, I need the warm embrace of your nurse, please.
Oh, you've not met our nurses then.
As you kind of mention that, they kind of look at you with a scowl and go back to their work.
I said warm embrace. Gosh.
Can I make it? And then, as I'm still looking and dancing around, can I make an investigation check to see if there's anything standing out, another bruise or anything like that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
All right.
27.
Ooh.
Your approach to this isn't very much on assessing how bad the injury is, but as you kind of look at the rest of this individual, you can see, yes, the hand is heavily damaged. They are indeed missing appendages. It seems that there's not blood or bruising anywhere else on them.
Okay, great. So, I think
You
might
have
be
caught
telling the truth.
Ravi's attention though, with your dancing white felineness. Like, oh, he's very like, you know what? I think could you help me fix this? Like, put a bandage on it?
What
Please?
if we went together to see the doctor?
I would like that so much.
All right, and then I start
Lead on,
leaning
cat
towards
lady.
the surgeon.
Okay. So Ravikant gets put into surgery, and Yarni is put into the quarantine pen. All right. As this is going on, a bit of time passes, and a new set of injured enter the first tent. This time around, we have two individuals by the name of Gort and Noros. Let's start with Gort.
Gort.
Well,
Gort.
I've got a paper cut here. It's fine. I lost a couple of arrows, and they sent me over this way, but I don't think I need any help. I'm fine.
Wait, did you say your name was Gort?
Yes, that's what my mother named me. It's a very fine, upstanding dwarven name.
Is it a bow and arrow or a crossbow, Gort?
It's tries to hide his short bow behind his back. Crossbow.
As a fellow liar, I can tell that you are lying to me. And
that's preposterous. You're getting me worked up over here.
he will look behind the flap that is segregating the surgery area. Be like, Doc, psst, psst, Doc, is Seben still awake?
I'm working as best as I can here.
I didn't ask that, and I'm sure you are, but is Seben still awake?
Yes, Seben, it's okay.
Seben! Seben!
Yes.
Did you say you got shot by a guy named Gort?
Yes, it was good.
Pick up the flap. Is this him?
Oh my God, Gord!
It wasn't on purpose. I know it wasn't on purpose. I just lost them. They just flew in the.
Come here.
Oh, I don't really. I don't want to bother the surgeon. I don't need any treatment. Wait over
You don't
here.
need any treatment. You are a fratricidal maniac, Gort. Go get in quarantine.
Gord!
I'll just leave. I'll just leave.
No.
You
can't. What did you come in here for? We need to check you out first. Make sure you're not infected. You son of a bitch.
It's like a paper cut. It's not even bleeding any.
Why did you shoot him?
I didn't mean to.
You didn't mean to, Gord?
No, I was trying to shoot the thing behind you that was trying to attack you.
Did you get it?
I don't know.
Oh, so you didn't mean to. You're still my friend?
Of course.
But Gord, if you're still my friend and you didn't mean to, why don't you say sorry for me before I die?
You're not gonna die, but I'm sorry if you do.
I love you, Gord.
This is esteemed colleague. I think Gort should get that thing patched up on his head and get back out to the fight. What do you think?
Yes, Gort, say, hold your friend's hand or something, whatever you do. And
Yes,
then
go
off
get
to the nurse with you.
I'll just go hold the hand. I don't need the nurse. You're right.
You
Hello?
need to talk to the nurse, goddammit. Now get over there and talk to the nurse.
You seem a whole lot of hesitant to talk to the nurse. Let me see that cut. Let me do a medicine check to see if Gord's
Oh dear.
infected
I did the
over.
worst intimidation check in the history of intimidation checks.
Let's throw some medicine. 14.
Okay. So, while the injuries are fairly tame like in a physical sense, you're seeing the behavior of Gort, and you're seeing that like they're behaving quite erratic. They're sweating profusely. Their breath is very rushed. There's an air of anxiety hanging over them. You're concerned for, that they might be in a lot of stress right now.
Did something else happen to you, Gort?
Well, I accidentally shot my friends.
But I mean, I'm not gonna say it's okay, but it happens, and your friend forgives you. You forgive Gort, right?
I mean, I'm just
Yeah, you said sorry. That's all I wanted.
You see? Do you need to talk to someone? Do we have we have a nurse and a doctor? Do we have a head nurse?
So as this conversation is going on, Kerbo is going to touch Gort gently on the shoulder and look into his eyes, be like, Gort, buddy. And his words are carrying a lot of weight, a lot of power, because he casts Charm Person. So please, I don't know if because I'm kind of worried, Gort. I mean, Gort already shot the other guy, so kind of worried he might try to shoot me too. So Charm Person, why don't you go calm down, go talk to the nurse, Gort.
I'm gonna go with he obviously can't have a very high modifier there, so my plus whatever. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, see? Going over there and talk to the nurse. It's going to be fine. Your friend forgives you. Shh. Okay, who's next?
Gort goes to the triage nurse down here.
Norris?
Yeah, that's me.
What's wrong with you?
I can't walk.
That's not,
I was baking my goods, and
You were baking your goods. Hit it a little hard there, Norris.
I mean,
seriously.
the croissant and the baguettes, and most of it was the baguettes. Anyway, and then a
always
wall
the
collapsed
baguettes.
on me, and a wall collapsed on me,
Oh.
and I can't walk. So you see me like upping.
So it's not like you've been crushed at the waist and you're like paralyzed. You have like an injured leg.
Yeah, but I got knocked out.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened after.
We should look at Noros and see if Noros is bleeding profusely in a way that we can see.
or if there are bites.
Yes.
Or if
please.
there are bite marks.
Can you check my toe? I don't know if it's like the wall that hit my toe but it's hurting.
Well, Kerbo got a medicine check of 7, so that leg is definitely hurt. That's a consequence of heavy things falling on it. You said your toe?
Yeah, especially the right toe. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I can't walk on it.
Well, then taking a look at the right foot, what do I see?
So effectively, yes, it is quite injured. There's blood kind of pooling on the bottom of the boot itself.
Yep.
The toes are exposed. Looks like the leather was kind of ripped, but it's a clean kind of cut, as if something like ripped it by force rather than gnawing through it.
Okay. So it isn't so much that Noros's toes hurt as much as Noros does not have toes on the right foot.
So some of the toes have been crushed, yes.
Okay. So it doesn't you know what? Doc is gonna see that, get you fixed up. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be baking baguettes again, no time. Maybe even a macaron. You could make one of those.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't need my toes to do all of that, so that's good news.
Well, imagine how awesome it would be if you used your toes to make macarons. Let's send Noros to the surgeon. What do you think, bud?
And as you turned around, you realize out of the 3 people you have working with you, all hands are on deck currently.
All hands are on deck. then so Noros, you're gonna have to
I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
what
okay.
you didn't know is that Tal'Darak's amazing doctor in his own right, and you are gonna be just fine. You're gonna be up and at him again in no time. Deception 12.
I was gonna say, roll a deception check.
Wait, are you a cleric? Because I think this old plague is because of clerics.
I'm a trained medicine kobold.
Yep.
No, do not touch me. It's your fault.
No.
Your fault. This whole plague is your fault.
Ooh, you know what we should do? Doctor? We should take Gort out of there because he's feeling okay now, and put Noros in with the nurse so they can like bandage his foot up or something. Gort, get your ass out of there!
As you say that, Gort just kind of looks over.
I didn't even need treatment.
That's fine. Wait outside.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, nurse. Take
It's a
care.
real nurse, not a okay. I can do that.
I was ready to operate.
I know. I believe in you.
Don't touch me. And I hop towards the nurse.
Excellent. We go back to the other tent now, where two other individuals join the fray. We have Alov and Lorasadi.
Lorasadi.
Let us start with Alov.
Okay, hang on. I've got props. Oh my God! This piece of wood is stuck in my leg. And you see a half elf who's got a giant piece of wood protruding from their thigh.
Well, this seems like a little bit more than a flesh wound, but yeah, I think the nurse could probably.
No, the flesh is definitely injured.
The
I
flesh
said a
does
little
seem
bit
wounded.
more than a flesh wound.
It's a rather involved process, it looks like. Doesn't one need surgery for this?
Oh, you just pull it out and stitch it up. It's fine. Put it, just hand him to the nurse. The nurse. It doesn't look. Does it look infected though?
Roll a medicine check.
Oh, all right. Let's see.
Yeah. Do that.
No.
You see a lot of blood. However, you seem to just focus on that and the fact that there is a 3-foot long piece of wood jabbed through the thigh of this individual.
Yeah. I'm curious about the piece of wood, so I'm really looking at the piece of wood and I'm like, how did this happen?
It's in there good.
Well, surgeon, how's your current patient doing? Are they all stitched up?
Kind of looks at you. Is that a joke?
No.
I don't make jokes.
Then that wasn't a joke. No, not anywhere near close.
The nurse then it's like a backup surgeon, right?
The nurse kind of looks at you and goes, "What?"
In an emergency, you can pull a piece of wood out, right?
It's just a really big splinter.
Please, I need a real doctor. I must get to my master, Lord Stalking Wolf. I must get to him. I must warn him.
Did a giant push that piece of wood in your thighs?
I don't know what happened. I was running. I was trying to get to my master, and
I don't know if that's important to know. Who put it there?
Yeah, might be right.
If you hold still, I can just pull it out.
We can pull it out. I can heal your wounds. You can be good as new. Be on your way.
Yeah, will I be able to walk? Yes, do it. I'm ready.
Maybe, hopefully.
It seems like
Alright.
it's gonna
I'm gonna say roll me a. So if you want to try to tug the big piece of wood out, I would say give me a medicine check with athletics.
Ooh.
12. I'm gonna pull that piece of wood out.
Yeah. In also you have no anesthesia, so you just feel this searing pain coming from the wound, and this giant piece of wood slowly gets pulled out, maybe a foot. It's mostly out, and you're reaching above your head, and unfortunately you tilt it slightly, and you can hear kind of a come from Alov. And as the wood comes out, it begins bleeding profusely. You think you hit a major artery.
And Kodor at that point wants to cast a Cure Wounds on Alov at that point.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm just gonna kind of like fan with my wingtip. You look a little flushed.
There
So-
will be
Or
no
5 points
stain
of
on my
healing.
fur.
5 points of healing. So the bleeding, the wound gets slightly smaller. The hole was about like that, effectively. So it decreases by about, like, let's say 2 or 3 inches in diameter, and the bleeding stops a bit, but it is still an open wound, and that will definitely get infected if not dealt with.
Oh, let's see. What can I do here? Well, yeah, I know. I'm kind of useless at this healing thing.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Maybe you can work together with nurse to provide just extensive bandaging until more surgeons get free.
The nurse. You're just bleeding out now. Now she can stitch you. Nurses do stitches.
Yeah, temporary thing to last until the surgeon.
She's got a band-aid. Look, she's got one already. Here you go. Just gonna kind of push Love over into the nursing station.
Hello? Is anybody here? Nurse?
He immediately begins to bandage you uncomfortably tight.
Yes.
Tourniquet.
Effectively creating a tourniquet. We now move over to Lorasadi.
Yes, so Lorasadi is a trim elf in a valet's outfit, clutching his left arm tightly. It's like, they're coming. Has anyone seen my master, Lord Stalking Wolf?
No. I've heard of him.
You heard of him? Okay. Well, I require no treatment. Just I have here when Lord Stalking Wolf arrives. I have a tincture for him. It's to calm his nerves and ease his pain. He has been injured with all this fighting. So I just need to know when he gets here, and I will give him. I can give it to the nurse.
You're trying awfully hard to avoid treatment. We better take a look at that and make sure it's not infected. You want to just remove your hand for a second. I'm gonna try this looking for infection thing again.
Sure.
It's not infected. What'd you get?
All you see is that arm. Go on, sorry.
I rolled a 1. So I got
All you see is that arm is very broken, and it's really making you squeamish, and it's difficult to focus on anything else.
Oh, that's the worst broken wing I've ever seen. Arm. Oh, Kitra, take this.
Does not look good.
I'm gonna let me see if I can see where exactly it's broken.
On the arm. On the. You don't need to look at it. Trust me, it's broken. It's.
No, but when
That
I
arm
touch,
is
I'm
indeed broken.
I'm like touching
Broken.
Okay, so I can't put it back in place. Okay.
There's a piece of the bone jetting out of the skin.
Oh, great.
Womp womp.
It is that severe and you don't think you need treatment? What?
What do you do? I can at least look at it. I like poke the bone and see if he starts yelling.
Oh, by the gods! Why? Tears.
Without saying anything, I try to replace the bone and put it back in place. I'm
roll
like,
me a
Oh, no.
medicine check, please.
oh no, oh no.
This
I
is
might have
just
killed this guy.
you are a ghoulish cat. Holy shit!
Oh, no. Okay, so with an 8, you kind of softly like grab around the bone itself, and with a motion, you think to yourself, okay, I just have to move it back into place. So you do it as like fast as you possibly can, and you hear a very loud crack emanating
Oh,
from
no.
somewhere else in the arm.
Oh no. And I'm like, oh.
At that point, Laura Sadi is going to pass out.
Kitra,
very fair.
did you kill them? What have you done?
No, you can tell he's not dead because he's doing this as he lays on the ground, like. That's happening.
All right. So
Am
you have somebody unconscious on the floor. What do you do with them? Do you triage them to the nurse? Do you leave them there with their extra broken arm?
Extra broken.
We don't have enough hands on deck here. The surgeon is already busy. It clearly needs surgery.
You have one nurse currently available.
Ooh.
Ginny, I think your mic might be muted.
It was.
Ah,
The nurse can like put a sling on it, you know.
Yeah, it's probably better than what I did.
Maybe just a
Literally
little.
anything would be better than what you did.
all right. So the nurse kind of hears the commotion and walks about, looks at the arm, and says, "You couldn't have been gentler, could you?"
Ooh, I tried.
And starts to deal with the injury. Moving back to the other scene in this ensuing chaos.
Yeah.
We now have 2 additional individuals who join the fray. We have Darlene and Cheryl.
Darlene and Cheryl.
Yes.
All right.
Did they just come from a high school, or?
No, you're thinking of Lurleen.
Let's start with Darlene.
Yeah, we'll walk forward very clearly. A lot of bruising, a lot of slight cuts, kind of encompassing their whole body, where the clothes aren't covering. But just goes forward and says, "Can you save Cheryl? Is that something?" Just kind of gestures back towards where Cheryl is.
What's the deal with Cheryl? Asked Kerbo, making a typically horrible medicine check. One moment.
And you can see that
Cheryl
Cheryl seems to be holding her face together.
As in, if Cheryl were to let go, her face would be apart.
As in, like, the jaw is like horrendously broken.
Oh, so Cheryl can't even. What happened to Cheryl's face, Lurleen?
What? I don't. There was a horse, and I tried to stop the trajectory. I jumped in front of it, but I think it might have trampled past me and then hit Cheryl as well. A stampeding horse. There was so much chaos. I didn't know what to do. Please, can you help them?
Oh God, they need to see the surgeon.
Yes, please.
What's the status on Seben? Can Seben breathe? Surgeon. What's the status? We got someone here missing half a face.
Give me a little more time.
Oh God, we don't have time. Hurry. Let's see. Then from the 2 we have Yenros and Noros. Noros had a smashed up foot. What the hell is wrong with Yenros?
Yenros is basically has this huge hole in their stomach.
Stomach hole. That's bad. Noros has a mashed foot. We need to move Noros out and put Cheryl. Cheryl?
Noros kind of shoots up as you say that. What?
Look, dude. It's called triage for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but still. Shh. Yeah, so let's swap Noros for Cheryl, because Cheryl's jaw is hanging off.
Right, so the nurse quickly kind of picks up their things from Noros and tries to figure out what exactly is going on with Cheryl's injury.
It's pretty obvious, nurse. It's the face. And then Darlin.
Yes.
Another shitty medicine check to see. I got a 12 medicine
12.
to see. Look for evidence of zombie infection.
Mm-hmm. You quickly glance around Darlin's body. Lots of bruising, lots of superficial cuts. Imprints of what appears to be horse hooves. Nothing puncturing the flesh. Nothing changing color.
All right. Well, you're just gonna have to wait outside because we're full right now.
Yes, that's as long as Cheryl is taken care of.
Whatever you did, it got Cheryl hurt very badly. I hope you feel good about yourself. So go sit out there.
Was it my fault? Should I?
Probably. Yes. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I'm very stressed right now. Sorry.
Yes. Me too.
So as we proceed forward into the scene, we take a look over at the next tent, where two individuals by the name of Koramaita and Lord Leacus Stalking Wolf appear. Let's start with the Lord themselves.
Come stalking in imperiously. He's a handsome noble with a black eye, and his nose is all kind of broken into the side. Blood stains down the front of his face into his mustache and beard, because of course he has those things. Good people, as lord of this encampment, I hereby demand that the beds be cleared for my manservant, Patsy, and other people whom care for me. Away!
Don't we already have someone who has his medicine, so we can just leave him out here? Yeah.
We got someone who came for you, I think it was.
My medicine, you say?
Yeah, your tincture, you're fine. You just sit your butt down right there, and we'll get a chair for your manservant.
No, you will. You will clear these beds. Toot sweet, good people. Or you will clear these toot sweet, good people.
I appreciate that you think that you're very important here.
I appreciate that I am very important, Miss Bird.
I'm gonna squawk very loudly in your face. What do albatrosses do? Honk.
What do the albatross do? Honk.
Great question.
So Kitra kind of like walks closer and kind of like
Oh God.
bows in a feline way. So like with like her tail kind of like making the extra step, and she goes, "Oh, his name is Lord, right? I would know that. It's a Lord.
It's yes,
Okay,
Lord
my
Stalking Wolf.
Okay, okay, my Lord Stalking Wolf. I believe that we can come to an agreement together, and then I'm gonna roll persuasion here. 24, and then I'm gonna be like, why don't you take our advice and we can make sure that everybody gets better in the end, because that's our goal. We want you to be better and we want our friends to be better too.
Wow, you're very persuasive feline. He's gonna deal with a lot of weird feelings. And then, but internally, like, he's not going to show it. He's going to confront those feelings inside. And that introspection is going to turn him away from trying to clear the beds into more of kind of questioning his, stuff. Also, Lord Sadi will kind of a gesture to the nurse or whichever of the staff is available. Please, my lord is agitated. If he could take this will calm and soothe his pain.
What a tincture. Why would he need? Is he?
Well, it's a tincture. It's a damn it. It's like he describes it like laudanum from the 1800s, where it's like, you got ghosts in your blood, better do cocaine about it, where it just kind of chills you out and stuff.
Yeah, Kodor wants to go and grab whatever this tincture is, but like inspect it first and like see if it's legit stuff.
Roll a medicine check.
Sure.
Or investigation, whichever you prefer.
Okay, we'll go medicine. Or a natural one. Or a 4.
Looks about right. Yeah, it's liquid. It's viscous. It has a nice color to it. Should be fine.
Alex, I have an important question.
Absolutely.
Is I love conscious?
I love can be conscious if you wish.
Well, because as a result of the tree being pulled out of him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we'll say that I love, although you are very much of low energy, we could say that what is happening right now gives you a bit of energy, a spike, realizing I have something to do.
Who is holding the tincture?
Right now, it is currently
Kodor.
Yeah, Kodor.
I love reaches out, grabs their hand. Wait, I must talk to Lord Stalking Wolf. You must take me.
No, shh. Calm thyself. You're gonna injure yourself again.
It's important.
He'll bleed everywhere. It's terrible.
We just pulled this giant stick out of you. You need to lay still.
It's important. I must speak with Lord Stalking Wolf immediately.
Well, I can relay a message. What do you want to say?
Oh no, hold on. He started coughing. Should we this seems like a bad sign. Not progressing well. Check for plague.
I might die, but I must speak with him. It's a matter of life and death.
Right, death. You definitely check for plague.
Whoever would like to inspect, roll a medicine check or an investigation check.
I have a +1, but I can continue trying this medicine check.
Kodor's right there. We can either assist or do it.
Kitra. All right. As you approach Alof, you look around. Kind of the wound on the that was closed a little bit has since stopped bleeding, but there's a discoloration happening to Alof's face. They're becoming paler and paler, and you can see that they're kind of holding an arm behind them. You quickly reach out and pull it out. The arm is necrotizing before you.
Zombie! That's right, because Lorsati is right there. Shoot him in the face!
My lord! Please, I must speak with you.
Get him! God, he's gonna kill us all! He's gonna bite us! Oh my God!
I think we need to get you out of here into quarantine immediately.
Do anything you want with me. Just need one moment with my lord. Before you take me.
No, he's gonna try and bite the lord and turn him.
I do not think that is wise at this point. If you have message, I can relay, but you are a danger to everyone here.
My lord, you're in danger.
We're all in danger, you buffoon, from you.
Let's start trying to escort Ilov to quarantine center.
All right, and as you do that, Ilov, you keep repeating your message. But I must warn the Lord. He's danger. Lord, and your words start to become a bit staggered. And all of a sudden, you feel this. Dagon. Or sorry.
Ilov.
Kodor.
Oh,
Kodor?
Kodor, as you're escorting Alov, their skin is hot. They're sweating, and simultaneously, it all becomes cold. And they stop kind of moving. You begin dragging them, and as you look, their eyes shoot open. They're now clouded over. Alov, please make an attack against Kodor.
Okay.
Alov, you son of a...
Yeah, that's...
You got a 2.
Yeah.
No.
Arg, grr.
You're able to kind of like use like your mailed arm to put a barrier between the claw or the face, and you quickly let go of Alof, who has now since turned into an infected zombie.
Oh, this is not good. We have to take care of this. And I guess Godar just like, oh man, pull
Do
out.
we realize that, or only Kodor sees that?
Kodor, do you communicate this to your
Yeah,
party?
yeah. It says something has happened here. This one is not. This one has turned.
Oh,
Just
we
announcing it.
should put him down in the quarantine for sure.
Must probably just put him down. Just end of
Yeah,
end of sentence.
Actually, yeah, no, that's a great idea. Can we just you know,
In order to like try to make this less commotion if possible, Kodor wants to like effectively narratively like grapple and like drag this like infected like to the back, so like it's all just in front of everyone here, and then like kind of take care of him there.
Roll an athletics check.
Yeah, sure.
So we could just hear the struggle and squelching in the
Oh.
back behind the curtain.
Yeah, unfortunately, the
13.
plague zombie is able to break your grip. They're a lot stronger than you were expecting. They're going to get another attack against you.
Okay.
oh,
That's an 11. Because they're trying to bite at
No.
whatever area they can grab onto. The teeth just claw against your armor. It doesn't penetrate to the flesh, but you're kind of holding it back like that as you push it away. What do you do?
I guess when an attack happens, actually, use a reaction for Wrath of the Storm. So use reaction to cause the creature to make a dex saving throw, DC 15, or take 2d8 thunder damage or lightning damage.
Dexterity saving throw. I rolled a natural 20, so an 18.
Okay.
my
Oh,
God.
that succeeds.
And
It's still
then-
half damage. Half damage on
Half
a
damage,
success.
okay.
yeah. Does Cree see this disturbance going on back there?
You all hear...
All right, I would like to assist in the taking down of the patient.
Okay. All right, so you approach. Go ahead. You have an action.
Well, I do not approach. I assist from where I stand.
Sounds good. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot across the triage field, and that is probably much better than anything else. I rolled a 15 with my crossbow.
That hits.
All right, you seem to be having some difficulties, Crower. That's 15 piercing.
All right, so in total, let me go ahead and do something here. Okay, as you do that, you can see the form kind of shambles for a moment, and then all of a sudden, with a burst of energy, comes back up.
All right, well, since I have multi-attack, I'll do that then.
Sounds good.
The zombie is too
again.
strong. Help.
That will hit.
Oh, I certainly hit. Another 15. And stay down!
Fortunately, it takes the kind of the wound, and it kind of falters for a moment, but puts a foot underneath where it's falling and keeps itself upright. It's going to make another attack against Kodor. That is a 9 to hit.
Nope.
So we'll say, Kodor, what would you like to do now?
Yeah, at this point,
No,
Kodor.
I want to get involved here.
Yeah, it's calling out. It's like the zombie's too strong and need all hands available. Please,
Yeah.
help take this
So,
down.
Before he does his action, like I start running towards them, and like I jump, and mid-here I use both my feet, my paws, and I try to hit the head, you know, like
Right.
in a spectacular way, and I use my tail to balance myself on the floor with my end, you know.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make an unarmed strike, please. Said 0. Okay, so 16 will hit, but
Oh my.
0 bludgeoning.
Oh,
The
my.
backs can get a bonus for to unarmed strikes.
I feel like they do.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because of claws or something?
Yeah. Okay. So then it would be their modifier, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So then we'll say 3 damage. Let me see if that is enough. we'll say rule of cool. As you do so, the claws and kind of your back feet grab into it, and you rip away the flesh kind of towards the cheeks, and you hear the spine crack with this inhumane, and the form just falls onto the ground, like very much covered by the mud.
We've cured that one.
Cure is the word for it. Thank you for your assistance, Kree, Kitra.
Yes. Do we have any other patients who need a similar treatment?
Everyone kind of looks at you. Everyone's very anxious of the present circumstances.
Is anyone else secretly infected? Look, I'm just gonna eye up all the patients. Watching.
Everyone shakes their head.
Coder wants to go up to a nurse. What do you do here with the dead? Place to put them?
Unfortunately, no.
Please, that was terrifying. Please help my lord. Please, with his tincture.
Well, we've got the tincture. Why don't we try giving it to...
Oh, yes.
I'm so nervous about this, but why don't we try giving it to the Lord?
Oh, yeah, the tincture looked fine. It was... here you go.
Yep, your
Pass it over.
yeah, your manservant said you needed this, sir.
What for what?
For your
Your
nerves.
Injuries, nerves.
Oh,
something.
for my. He will down the
tincture
vial and acrid, but I can already feel it beginning to work.
You feel a burning sensation starting from your esophagus.
That means it's working.
You start bubbling and foaming from the mouth.
It's working too well.
I'm gonna start loading my crossbow back up.
The Lord falls to the ground, choking and gargling until nothing. The Lord has died.
Laura Sadi bursts forth from the curtain. Ha ha! You pompous ass! This is your fault! You caused this, and I killed you! I can't do the suck it because I have a broken arm. But it's... I have my revenge!
Oh, what
And while you have a chance to absorb that, we'll go back to the other tent. All right. So,
Wait.
yes.
Just a quick thing. The second NPC in the other tent,
Yep.
just as this whole death thing is happening, you see the other person who had come in, which is Koremita, and who observes all this, and you just see her go, what's his name? Lasasadi, please don't do it. Oh.
Too late.
Too little, too late. All right, back to the next tent.
Yes.
You have the same players as before, but you have an opportunity to check on the status of their treatments and so forth.
I would like to check on Sieben.
Sure.
Doctor, please let me know how... I'm very good at doctoring now. Yes.
I'm doing the best that I can. But
That's your best is not good enough. A medicine check of 5. He's stable, but put him he can damn it.
Done.
Nah, he can I don't know.
He's finished. There, I've been able to complete the sutures.
Oh, excellent.
All right, patient, get up. Patient.
Yes. Goodbye.
Get up.
So who do we have? We got Gort.
Doris.
Gort doesn't need surgery.
Steven doesn't answer.
What?
I
What?
don't answer.
Steven doesn't answer. And
Oh.
as the surgeon kind of shakes Steven for a moment,
I told you to get up.
As that happens, kind of like you see on the thigh area,
Oh
There's-
shit!
there's pus that's accumulating kind of against the pant.
Doc,
The eyes open.
What? What is it?
right here, stab,
As you
right
say
there,
that,
right there.
Arm reaches for his neck, pulling him
shit.
in, and Steven then takes a chunk out of his neck.
Ooh.
He's like crying in
God damn
agony,
it.
screaming. It's bloody. What do you do?
Well, now we have to kill them both.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start with you. So Kerbo, what does Kerbo do?
Kerbo, like, it's very much this gesture right here. And draws his hand crossbow and tries to shoot the zombie in the face.
Go for it.
Okay. Armor class 19.
Yep, that will certainly hit.
I don't see any reason why I would have a sneak attack, so...
I'll count the surgeon as an ally.
All right, then wow, a whole 5 points of damage from the crossbow bolt, and then my sneak dice is more, but not a lot more. 19, so a total of 24 points of piercing damage to the noggin.
As it like the zombie, which was Seaben, kind of pulls back for a moment, taking in some of the chunks that it just bit, and before it has a chance to bite again at the open wound, the crossbow will just cleans it right in the eyes, falling limp. The surgeon is like, "Oh no! Oh no!" They're now freaking out.
I'm sorry. And then, hey, Taldirex, we're gonna need to close the curtain and help the surgeon for a second.
No, I have an idea. I've been thinking about how to apply my training to medicine. Doctor, can we have nurse? Can you help me bring Noros to the doctor so that they're next to each other? We'll just put them on the bed.
No need at all. We have a cause here that we need to fight for.
You see the surgeon holding their wound closed, opens the quarantine cage, putting themselves inside of it, closing the door behind them.
Oh, such a nice fella. I'm sorry I was going to kill you.
The 5 other people currently in the triage station are now very aware of what just transpired.
There is no need to be alarmed. Everything is under control.
Yes.
We just lost Yenros.
Yes. And
God damn it, is he going to get up too?
There doesn't seem to be a source of infection, but I couldn't stop the bleeding.
Oh. What about Cheryl? I'm not feeling good about Cheryl now either. I'm not as good a doctor as I thought I was. I'm a good shot though. Like that totally paid off.
That was great.
Yeah.
Can
Cheryl?
I check? Yeah.
Yes.
Cheryl.
Go ahead and check on Cheryl.
Yes. Okay. Cheryl's jaw is still definitely broken. The nurse has not helped matters at all.
I get a medicine of 5 to check on Cheryl.
That jaw is definitely broken. You ask Cheryl, "Cheryl, are you infected?" And Cheryl answers,
Okay, I'm gonna cure wounds, Cheryl, because seems like though I don't have too many other choices.
Sounds good. Go ahead and cast cure wounds.
I'm gonna just find it in a moment here, and then doop. Ooh, 10.
10 points. The jaw, to your amazement, kind of re-enters the hinge, and all of a sudden you see kind of the bruising slightly disappears. Cheryl, you have your speech back.
That feels better.
You're welcome. I told them I was a almost trained doctor.
I'm gonna approach to hug. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a real big, hug. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, you're welcome.
As you're hugging,
God.
You hear the triage nurse behind you. Wait, she's infected.
I'm gonna try to bite him.
Yo!
That's a 21 to hit.
Whilst I have in my loving embrace.
You're going to take 4 bludgeoning damage. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
This is a no hugging zone.
Yeah, no, I did not see the hug coming.
I never do.
Ooh, 21.
21. Although the wound, it hurts and it feels as if there's like some sort of toxin entering your system, you're able to kind of take the brunt of it, and you don't feel any effects other than just the bite itself.
Oh.
What do you do as in reaction? What would you like to do?
I'm going to pull out my scimitar and say, I'm sorry, Cheryl. And I'm going to hit her with my scimitar. Do I have any allies nearby? No. I'm guessing not, because she was my ally and now she's not.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not close enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to light up my scimitar with some fire and do a green flame blade.
Oh my god, he's going to catch the whole tent on fire.
27 to hit, and it's going to be 5 slashing and 7 fire.
7 fire, okay. You don't catch the tent on fire, luckily, only because there is a lot of rainfall happening currently. But you cleave into the midsection, and you see the wound kind of cauterizes, but there's pus that begins leaking from it. They have been becoming infected for quite some time. All right,
if only we'd known.
If only we were able to determine they were infected.
I'm such an assy doctor.
Does Darlin see this whole thing like unfold from wherever they're waiting at?
Roll a perception check, since you're in the other tent.
Well, Darlin would be in this one, right?
No, you would be in the other tent. Oh, sorry. Yes, Garland. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there might be like a sheet or something because of a treatment area, but you'd be there.
Yep.
Okay, so don't have to roll or still.
No.
Okay.
You hear a commotion. You hear like first a crossbow went off, and a few moments later, somebody yelled, "Infected!"
Yeah, Darlin would like rush forward and say, "No, Cheryl," and try to like go like join Cheryl and protect against whoever is trying to harm Cheryl.
Okay. What would you like to do? You currently see a kobold is cleaving into the form of Cheryl. You only see Cheryl from the back. What do you do?
Donna would say, "No, what are you doing?" and go like try to like shove the kobold off of Cheryl.
All right. As you do that, roll an athletics check. Let's say just a D20.
Yeah. 18.
18. Okay. All right, Tal,
this
go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Oh, this is going to be great. 15 is not terrible, but it's still not enough.
15. You are shoved off, and you can hear Darlene is like, "What are you doing? Why are you harming Cheryl?" And as you raise your voice, Cheryl turns around. You see that the eyes are kind of like leaking. Cheryl, Brains, make an attack against Darlene, which is a natural 1.
Okay.
We'll say with advantage, since you're kind of stunned. Your friend who you were defending is now the very thing that is destroying everything around you. And a 6 will still not hit.
Kind of stumbling back, kind of like with the momentum from the shove, still stumbling, and with disbelief, Darlin looking at Cheryl, saying, Cheryl, no. Cheryl, how could...
You can see Cheryl's entire arm has just become putrid green.
Yep. Kerbo, would you like to do anything?
Kerbo is still fucking exasperated at this entire turn of events. He was feeling very good about his medical skills. Now everybody's dying, turning into zombies. Cheryl's trying to eat her friend. She shoved the kobold. She's like, son of a... And bonus action, I will take some steady aim from the I believe I was in the surgery area, so steady aim. Give myself advantage on a crossbow attack on Cheryl. So let's see if I can land that.
Sounds good.
And
You can't hurt Cheryl.
I got a armor class 14 or an armor class 18.
Both of those will connect.
All right, so that will be 6 points of piercing damage from the initial shot.
Yeah.
And then because I managed to steady my aim and aim for the eye holes, that will be 26 points of piercing damage to Cheryl's nugget.
From the side of the head, you just see the skull kind of goes and falls taunt on the ground.
And then Kerbo will look at Darlin. You're welcome!
No, why have you done this? She was They could be saved.
She was going to eat you, you silly shit, so I shot her in the head.
No, there must
Now
have been
go help my
something else
friend
that you
up.
could
You
have
very
done.
rudely pushed my kobold friend, Talderax. Help pick him up.
I'm okay.
Cheesy Pete's. This place.
Darlin's having a breakdown. Just like Cheryl goes down, like kneels down.
Shut up, darling. It's been a rough day for everybody.
You can hear Gort hyperventilating on the other side of the camp before you hear
Gort, you're fine.
Oh, my chest. And as you go out to look, they passed away from a heart attack.
Oh goodness.
Good news. He's not a zombie.
Do we have any nurses left?
Both nurses are just looking at you now like, what do we do?
You keep treating people. There's Darlin and Noros left. Help them out. I don't even care anymore. Do whatever you... Go home. It does nothing matters.
All right. So the nurses begin to deal with the injuries of those two individuals. And in the other tent, you just saw a conspiracy unfold. How do you react? You see...
Personally, Kree is kind of okay with this lord having been killed. He was a
jerk.
He was a giant jerk, yeah.
Very fair, okay. So even the nurses are kind of like, they take a moment to kind of look at it. They look at the assailant, and they go back to their business.
Yep. I don't want to take up, Lorsadi, I don't want to take up valuable resources. I am vindicated. I will go wait in the corner for whatever judgment awaits me. Then he will spit at the Lord's corpse.
Yes, you go do so. Yes. What is...
Check in with the surgeon to see how Rabakan is doing. This is, I don't know how long surgery typically lasts, Doc, but, this seems like a long one.
Yeah, fingers aren't coming back. We've just closed the arteries. It's as good as they're gonna get.
Okay, alright, well, what was wrong with Koramita?
So, Koramita, would you like to answer?
I'm fine. And you see Koramita is, comforting Larasati. They seem to be friends.
I don't know if I trust that.
She's got, cuts and bruises on her face, but she's like, I'm fine. I just came for him.
Just to make sure, procedure here. Kodor wants to inspect Koramita.
Can't you see this man needs comforting? He's just committed a crime.
Well, you can do that in a moment. In a moment, we'll allow you to go back to your life of crime.
Life of crime.
It's 8 medicine.
8 in medicine.
Yeah.
Aside from the superficial wounds that you see and the horse hoof marks, nothing in particular really draws your attention.
Well, we should still, if you don't mind, just take 5 minutes and see the nurse so she can put some cream on those so they don't get infected, because you don't want to be like these other people. And I'll point toward Arnie over in quarantine.
I suppose it can't hurt to get the cuts looked after. So she'll go over to the nurse.
Okay.
So for the better part of maybe an hour or so, you begin to finally get some leeway on the remaining survivors. A lot has transpired in this time, but the one thing that has become clear to you is, 1, how quickly this infection spreads, and 2, how dangerous it is. The patients are all triaged as a sort, and finally, as you kind of come to the conclusion of it, the lady comes back to greet you. Can't really tell you how much of a help you've been. We kind of lost a few casualties, but that's...
It turns out it was safer to just shoot them if we weren't sure.
You're not supposed to say that part out loud.
That's
I'll
try to remember that for the next few patients.
You sound like my mom. I don't like her.
I see. Well, I should be giving you this then. And she hands you over this kind of piece of chalk. Says, "This is basically what might have caused all of this.
Oh, what?
I've been greeted by Volo that you will need this for your wares. Best of luck. This world could use all the luck it can get right now."
Thank you. I wish we could have done more, but hopefully you can tend to the rest with you and your people here.
I'll very well do my best. Now, I believe you have other tasks to do. Go on. Thank you for your help with the triage.
Help, yes. Yes, you're welcome for the help.
Did a lot of helping.
Yeah. So, Kitra, do you want to hold this chalk? Because bad things happen when I have stuff. That's important.
All right. So for some bookkeeping here, basically what that means is you are closer to the development of this widespread antidote that perhaps can save people who are infected, or at least prime them from getting infected. If any of you are to become infected, you are given 1 vial of this antidote that can prevent you from getting infected. You will have to proceed forward to be able to procure more doses, though. So try not to get infected.
Cool.
I think that's good advice all around. Try not to get infected.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Talderex, try not to become a little zombie.
Yeah, I will no longer hug people.
No, you can hug people. It's not here. Don't hug here.
What happened
Hug
when
free
you
zone.
hugged? What happened when you hugged someone?
They try to bite you and turn you into the Walking Dead,
Oh.
a zombie. So personal space.
Yeah. It was not good. It's 2 meters apart.
Yeah, good. Keep your wingspan all the way, free.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before we move into the next part, let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break, and we'll come right back into it.
Right.
Sounds good.
Yay.
Hey.
Tiny puppy. Tiny little puppy. Big stretch. Big old stretch.
All right. Jumping back into it, your talkie Rocky goes off. Look, while you're at the camp, might I ask that you see if you could find Helbrin West? He's the lead alchemist, and he'll help you in extracting the blood sample that I need. You'll find him in a field hospital. When you meet him, I have a feeling his leather apron will be splashed with fresh blood. It'll be incredibly difficult to miss him.
And he's on the west side of camp.
Yes, exactly. Right about. Best of luck to you on that. So as you make your way through the camp, you find yourselves marching forward closer to where you initially saw a number of the undead accumulating. You arrive at the scene before you. There are a few tents. There appears to be a broken fence, pieces of barricade that are loose. There's a hole kind of here dug into the ground as a pitfall, and a few barrels of sorts. There are people kind of scrounging around. A lot of people are reeling from injuries. People are kind of trying to get rest in while they can. It looks like they're in between a wave of the undead. You see one individual who indeed is in a leather apron, covered in dried and fresh blood. Adventurers, I presume.
Yes. Are you Helbrin?
Indeed, yes. Call me West.
All right, West. Can you help us extract some sort of blood? It was, right, from the first infected?
Well, I'm going to have to ask you for a bit of a favor as well. We have been trying to extract that for hours now, but we can't seem to catch a break with the waves of undead crashing upon us.
You want us to, man the barricade?
We're going to need help in more than that. You see, not only is the problem that there are undead approaching us, there are also undead who are making their way into the laboratory facilities. I can't get inside and collect the sample, considering there are already undead within.
This sounds like something that I'm much better at rather than that helping people thing.
The only people you'll be helping is us.
No. It's a long story.
I can imagine, but
we're in, right, everyone?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we
Yes.
need to.
Absolutely.
all right. So they've been approaching us in what appears to be waves. We're in between one currently. I'm not sure exactly when the next wave will hit, but there are some preparations that need to be done. Our barricade was taken, unfortunately, and thrown askew. It'll need reparations. Some new pieces created, putting it back into place, supporting it. We created a pitfall that worked for a few of them, but perhaps another one would do well. We're also going to need perhaps more exploding barrels. They seem to work good against the undead hordes themselves. Now, to get into the facility, the problem we're having is we can't seem to draw them away from the laboratory itself. We're going to need to create a distraction of some sort. Might I ask that you find out who amongst yourselves would be willing to man the barricade, act as a distraction, and then the rest of you can assist me through a plan that I have of infiltrating the facility.
Infiltration!
I am also good at infiltration. Oh, yeah, our tiny distraction.
Yes.
Yeah.
If your distraction is suitable enough, if you can manage to keep yourselves in front of the hordes of undead, it might be enough to keep them out of the laboratory long enough to find the individual that we are seeking and take a sample from them. I was studying some of the first of the infected before they started collecting, almost in an organized fashion. And since then, I had to evacuate. A lot of my fellow researchers, unfortunately, I believe, have turned and are still in the facility. We believe that it is a warrior by the name of Vero, to be the first who was infected. She was chained up in the laboratory when we were trying to experiment, finding whatever we can about this tide.
All right, and
I have a lot of questions, but I'm just gonna yes.
We can talk about it as we go. But first and foremost, we don't have much time left. I will need some of you to decide amongst yourselves who will man the barricade and who will come with me in infiltrating the laboratory. We will also need all of us to be at hands in creating a barricade, traps, think barrels, whatever you can think of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tal'Darex, you seem excited about this. Is this your specialty?
Yes. I mean, I when I grew up in my warren, I was 4th best trap maker.
Pretty good. Pretty good, yes.
Yeah.
Out of 4?
No, there were many trap makers. More than 4. Definitely more than 4.
Like
Are
5.
you rolling a perception or a deception check?
Oh no, I mean, there were definitely more than 4.
Okay. All right, so he's being honest.
It's true.
All right. So let's see. We've got pieces of broken barricade that we can put up.
Yes, you could also see if you could procure some pieces from the buildings, creating more barricades if you can.
Yeah, I want to kind of fly up and see like what looks easy for other people to get to.
So, yes, go ahead and roll perception check. I'll say with advantage.
Yeah.
20. It would be simple enough for you to be able to procure enough materials to make more barricades. There are currently pieces kind of strewn about in the middle of the field here, as I'm picking on the map. There are also 2 explosive barrels that you may put anywhere on the field that you would like. And there is a pitfall here. You can either completely bury that if you wish. You can mask it so that it is hidden. You can even create a new pitfall wherever you would like on the map. And anything else you might think of that you feel would benefit in creating a distraction and also prevent the undead from penetrating the defenses, go for it.
All right, well, I think we definitely moved the explosive barrels out of the camp.
Yes, precisely why we haven't used them yet.
We think like out here.
So, what if we... Oh, you can move those. Oh.
Yes.
So fancy.
Fun.
So instead of trying to create a like a solid barrier, we funnel it and then put a pit trap at the entrance to the funnel, so that
You very well can attempt that. In terms of supplies, we have about 3 more kegs of fire oil that could fill about 3 more barrels. It'll take probably one of you to work solidly for preparing that. For a pit trap, probably 2 of you would be able to dig one in time before the new wave arrives.
Yes, we need
I
any
will make
heavy
some more
lifting.
fire barrels.
Very well. So
I will work on the pit trap.
Okay, so we'll say that the pit trap itself, there's one currently there, but you can dig another one here. It would take 2 of you to do that kind of throughout this preparation phase.
All right, I'll help with the digging. Oh, okay.
Sure.
Sorry.
No, anything heavy lifting related, like if it's moving all the pieces, Kodor can do that. I think
Okay,
that requires a lot of
yeah,
strength. So
You're good. I'm more dexterous than strength.
Okay, so that's 2 of you who are digging another pitfall trap. We have, Kerbo, who is making another barrel, so we can add another one into it. What is the rest of the party doing? Feel free to put the 3rd barrel wherever you want.
You flew to see if we could use anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And did you find something?
There's enough wood to be able to make more barricades quite easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like logs and stuff, and we could probably make like, another half of a fence, but I don't know how quickly you make fences.
To make a new barricade, you think it would take probably 2 of you to work through constructing it.
I'll hold it, and you tie the
All right. Let's do that.
vines around it. Yeah, we'll go.
So you got one more piece here. Where would you like to put it? Right here.
So is this big black building the laboratory?
That is the laboratory, yes.
All right. I kind of want to put it down here. That way, if something comes out of the laboratory, then they have to, go left or right and can't just all spill out.
Okay.
Do we have more of those fire barrels?
You've made one more.
Yep, one more.
So currently you have 2 pitfall traps. You have 3 barrels, and you've created one more piece of barricade. And I think that has everyone's committed to a task in that sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the setup that we have. Is everyone okay with the placement?
Well, we have the second pit to place, right?
It's right there.
It's already
This
placed.
one right here. Yeah.
Like if you wanted to move this like more over there, so if a bunch of stuff started to spell out, we could blow it up as it runs out.
Yeah, but like maybe not blow up the laboratory.
Oh no! What? Blow everything up?
Yeah, like right there, perfect. So if it comes to spill out, it's I like that.
And it seems like we have a lot of sneaky people. So, if Tall and Keetra and why can't I remember?
Creek?
Yes, thank you. Want to sneak in? Cool. I will stay here and watch Corin's back because he's a big, solid fella, and when he tangles with people, I'll shoot them in the face.
I'm wanting to note every time I'm not speaking or talking, I'm always like in movement. I'm never like standing still. So, like sometime I'm on my head, or like I'm always moving, and I'm like, right now I'm licking my paws, and I'm just like, oh, I'm definitely going inside, and then I keep licking.
Always licking.
Always licking.
All right. Okay, so placements have been done. You've organized yourself, so you may put yourselves on the field in this area here, and we could designate who the 2 groups are.
Where are we?
Okay. Yeah, so I was like, where am I?
Right here. Sorry. There we go. And I will put west here. This will be west.
So I'm in group sneaking. So okay, put me down here for now. Then.
I can go either way, really. So in terms of sneaking and not.
West kind of chimes in for a moment. I should also explain the plan to you. So if you could see on the building above there, we were manning this station as more of a watchtower, but we noticed that there was some destruction to the building here on the west wall. What I propose is we rappel down into the hole, try to not be consumed by the undead within, make our way to where I remember the individuals have been chained, and take the sample. Leaving, however, I don't think we'll be able to rappel our way back up, so we will have to find one of the exits, most likely here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can best serve in that situation as a distraction, not the infiltration group. That was more you dexterous folk.
Very much appreciated. I must also reiterate, your job is you have to distract them. If you go out of sight, or if you go quiet for a moment, they have spilled into the lab over and over again. That is what has been keeping us from entering.
Oh.
You must stay within sight at all costs.
Okay. Let's go now while there's no zombies, Dan.
Very well.
And then I start like moving forward.
All right. So as that's happening, you see West soldiers use ropes to pull back a section of the barricade. As it happens, moments later, you hear just a blood-curdling roar. It just echoes across the camp. And in the distance, what looks like an entire horizon begins to move. You all kind of realize the number of infected here. There are hundreds of undead figures noticing the breach and racing towards you.
Oh my god.
We are going to do this in initiative.
All right.
Oof.
Seeing some of them not going into the tracker, so I'll add them manually.
Thank you.
Yeah, forgot to select myself.
No problem. So,
I have no idea how to do that, so thank you.
not a problem.
You just click your token in Roll20 before you push the button in Beyond.
The token. The token.
Ooh-bah.
Oh, like on the turn order?
No, like on the battlefield.
Hey, you click your icon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want me to re-roll this?
No. No, he's adding us.
Should be
Oh,
okay.
thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Right. And we are missing Kerbo.
Sorry.
Kerbo, what was your roll?
12.
12. All right. All right. Between Tall and Kerbo, who would like to go first?
I am aggressively indifferent. Why am I red X?
Let's just go with whatever the initiative tracker decides to do.
Sounds good. All right. Give me 2 moments here. Excellent. All right. So, within a matter of moments, if you've interacted with undead before, you're usually used to the lurking sort. There's an energy and a sort of quickness to these zombies that is unnerving, and you quickly see about 10 of them take the field in front of you.
Oh.
So let me go ahead. We're just going to do this as one giant initiative pool. Roll the
How
17.
tall?
What?
Oh, and the zombies
Yeah.
go.
How tall is this barricade?
The barricades are about like a waist high.
That doesn't seem very effective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we messed up.
Let me verify that actually. Range. Well, they call it a large object. Let's say that they're like shoulder height.
That sounds better.
All right.
Like a normal fence. Got it.
Like a normal fence, exactly. All right. For the to set off the barrels, they have to take fire damage, and the pitfalls itself, you've covered them with like wicker lids under reeds of different reeds and dirt. You think that maybe about 10 pounds of pressure applied to the lid would make it collapse. All right.
Okay.
You also know that inside of the laboratory, Wes explains to you that there are gates that you need to lift under each of. You're going to basically see that it's a bunch of holding cells, and you need to lift the gates to get through it.
Okay.
So keeping that in mind, let me go ahead and roll for West here.
Hope West is strong.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So what's that one there? So that is no. Okay, so I will roll West's initiative in just a moment, but in the meantime, let's begin.
Ooh. That little music.
Bit of a tempo. All right. You all take a deep breath, knowing your tasks. We'll say that the group here, you are all on the watchtower. You can put yourselves there, like starting. The zombie horde, however, begins to lurch forward at a speed, as I said, that is unnerving and quicker than you're used to. They begin to enclose all around you. Walking, gliding by the barrels. There's this stench that comes into the air. It kind of sickens you. Some of you are very much deterred by it. You're standing strong, understanding that you are the last bastion of defense here. They move forward to about there. Keitra, you get first turn.
Can somebody do fire damage? Did we check that before making more fire barrels?
We'll say you could throw a torch at it.
I don't look back. I knew, like, I expected a horde to happen, so I don't look back. And I'm just trying to understand what you meant before with the repel. Like, like this is out of character, so I'm just asking.
There is a okay.
Climb?
So the warehouse here is overlooking this laboratory. They have been able to attach a rappel line that's going downwards so that you can slide.
A zip line.
Oh, it's a zip
Your
line.
zip line.
Okay. Because rappel for me was like through, like going down a
having
building,
to
you know?
climb it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So I'm charging. I'm going as fast as I can with my you know, like I go on my 4 paws.
Okay.
And I'm like sprinting. And I'm going up the little cabin, and without, like, I do as much as I can do in 1 turn. So I'm trying to rappel and go to the building like as fast as I can. So let me know where I can make it.
Should be no problem. You're able to get onto the rappel line, and you begin to zip down towards the hole in the wall, landing into what appears to be an empty cell. We'll say that is the most movement you could get this turn.
Okay, and I want to make sure that you guys know that while I'm on the rappel line, I try to do like a loop on it, you know?
Roll an acrobatics check.
Oh, great. When you try to do too much.
Yeah. 21. It is not only elegant, but as you're about to fall into the hole, you let go and kind of do like a pirouette into it, almost like a torpedo, and you just slip into the darkness.
Oh my god, that's so cool. Okay, great.
Inspiration. Inspiration for style points.
Kerbo, your turn.
And then I do meow while I disappear.
Assuring everyone
meow. Oh my golly gosh. Kerbo's cursing the fact that he didn't take Firebolt when he was researching some fun magic stuff. So what Kerbo's going to do is he is going to cast a spell, and that spell is Grease. I don't know how to make area of effects in Roll20. I'm sorry.
No worries. Where would you like to put it?
Right in front of the pit.
Right in front of the pit? Okay. We can go ahead and do that. Let's say splatter. Let's go.
No, there's a grease.
No, that is just an effect. We'll draw a shape. It's a
hold on. Spell. I found the second spell effects.
There we go. Here it is.
Hey, there we go.
Where does it?
Right
there we go.
Oh, I'm trying to undo my.
Oh, sorry.
All right, let me just get rid of the shape here.
You just.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. So you cast your spell, and all of a sudden the ground becomes slick with oil.
Yes.
All right. Was there anything else you'd like to do?
There is no place for me to hide. Well, that's not necessarily true. Hold on. Kerbo's gonna run over here. I need to try and hide from some of these fellers.
Okay.
One moment. Steelath. That is an 18 stealth check.
18 stealth check. As you do so, Kodor, you quickly see your ally dips around the corner, and all of the undead turn towards you.
That's okay.
Taldrax, your turn.
Taldrax will very cautiously rappel down the line into the room.
Yep.
And I guess take a listen. Can I hear like the shuffling of undead or anything coming from beyond the next? I assume there's none in the room that we're going in.
There's none in the room that you are in currently. I'll give you movement to get to here, and you can like check by the door.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to roll perception.
Sounds good.
Boop.
You hear the soft squish of feet kind of plopping against stone. but it is a singular set of footsteps.
And I kind of turn and I show one to Kitra, and I'll move us. I guess I'll just be off to the side so somebody else can go through the door.
Sounds good. Kodor, your turn.
All right, Kodor. Now a solemn nod as the horde of zombies all turns to him. Will shield in one hand, mace in the other, and the shield hand just kind of clutch at this amulet that's around his neck, his holy symbol. Point his mace up towards the sky and look up and cast Call Lightning, where a storm cloud will appear. It's already like is it already stormy conditions or is it just rain?
It is stormy conditions currently, so
All
effectively you are commanding nature itself.
Yes, and the spell damage increases with that. But basically, the storm cloud will shift right over towards the zombies, and it is a 60-foot radius. But I will choose a point, and that point will be directly below the middle barrel.
Okay.
And every creature within 5 feet of that must make a dexterity saving throw. I guess
Okay.
I will. All right. And actually,
lightning.
yeah, I would actually use my what is it called? I can use a channel divinity to make sure all my lightning damage is maximum damage. If I roll
Yes!
under,
That
there's
is a
one
good
channel
placement.
divinity. Yeah.
That
All right.
seems like a strong suggestion.
And just to reiterate, you put the lightning bolt here, correct?
Yeah, directly below the middle barrel. So in theory, wanting to hit the barrel and the two zombies below.
And the two zombies, perfect.
And with max damage, then because of the stormy conditions, get an extra 1d10. So it should be just 50 lightning damage to the zombies.
Wow. All right. So the conditions for the barrel are fire, but it's lightning striking down at a barrel. We'll say that it ignites it. I just want to see what the conditions are of that. Like, how far does that spread? Because that might interact with the grease.
Ah,
Yes.
true.
Give me 1 moment.
Call lightning?
Yeah.
Isn't it like 10 feet? 'Cause that's what
It's 5 feet radius. I'm not sure how the barrel would interact.
Yes,
but
so-
it would hit the barrel.
10 feet diameter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it'd be like that. So if it's like right there, let's say. I'm having a hard time placing it. Hold on.
You can, yeah, you don't have to center it on the, you can do it like this.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so like that. It would easily hit the barrel and those two zombies, and we'll see what the barrel spreads out towards. Okay, so it's the barrel within 10 feet of it. All right. So I think it's safe to say that basically these two zombies turn to ash.
All right.
The barrel indeed explodes, igniting this zombie here. And that is all. Also the grease. Reminder, grease, would that also ignite?
Yeah.
Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah.
Let's see. Grease with the green. It does not say specifically in the spell description.
It's also
In
random.
5e.
We'll say that it doesn't ignite.
Okay.
All right, so the zombie has to make a dexterity throw as the barrel explodes forward. It succeeds on the saving throw. Pretty dexterous. Taking half damage from it. So instead of the full 10 damage, it's going to take 5 fire, igniting a part of its body. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I think that will be all. Kodor will kind of hold the ground here and wait until they continue to approach.
Sounds good. Kree, we move to you.
I should move like one up.
All right, we moved to Cree. I am up on the watchtower. Can see all this going down. I'm just gonna shoot from where I'm at, though.
Okay, sure.
So I'm gonna use sharpshooter and shoot the zombie that's like closest in.
Excellent.
All right, that is 13.
13 is going to connect.
All right. That will be 17 damage in total.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do that once more.
Sounds good.
That's 27 for 16 piercing.
It kind of falters for a moment from that second impact, but it gets up and it lurches its body onto the barricade.
All right, and then last, for good measure, I'm gonna shoot it with my. Oh wait, actually, am I? Yeah, it's a long distance. My hand crossbow can reach that far.
Yes.
8 more piercing.
8 more piercing. Let's roll the dice.
And then I'm gonna yell out to Kroner that lightning looks really cool.
Thank
also,
you.
Before it is able to contact the barricade, your crossbow bolt hits it right in between the clavicle, what appears to be severing its spine from within, and it falls onto the barricade, impaling itself.
Nice.
All right. Back to the zombies. So in the next round, all of the commotion, the lightning, the explosive barrel, have drawn more of the undead horde your way.
Oh, poo.
Let me see how many exactly. It's the triage camp. Oh, ouch. Okay. Presently, seeming to join the mass are 3 additional plague zombies of sorts, and 2 that appear to have a bit more musculature to them. They have a tongue that's kind of whipping around, leaking what appears to be toxin of some sort. They join the fray.
Okay.
I will roll their initiative separately, however. I'll be nice.
That'd be great.
Yes.
All right, we need more splash damage.
So I rolled another 17.
Golly.
All right.
Gee willikers. All right, so let's do it this way. This one is going to charge against the barricade and is going to try and do an attack against it. Rolling a 10. Is that enough to damage it? Let's find out. Yes, it is. But does it hit the... Yeah. So it's able to damage a piece of the barricade. It kind of breaks into it, and you can hear the wood splinter as it does so. This one will also join in and try to attack as well, slamming into it. This one will also connect, but it doesn't get such a grip on it, and the damage doesn't show. This one is going to come here. It
And
steps
fall
into
on
the
his
grease.
face. Yeah.
Steps into the grease, sliding forward. And I'm just moving the grease pit for a moment. And as it slips, it cracks into the pit, and you just hear this inhuman kind of as it gets impaled by the wooden spikes that you've dug underneath it.
Whee!
This one's also going to run, hitting the barricade here. This one falls into the pit as well. Not able to change its motion before it slips. This one will move to here. 4, 6. This one's going to move up to there. Let me get them rolled in here at the same time. Just see their movement. Oh, okay, same thing. 6. Everybody basically gets to this distance here. I have 1 attack to roll against this barricade here. That's an 8. It jabs its hand into one of the spikes, impaling its own hand, and it kind of looks at it awkwardly. We'll also say that, oh yeah, Kree, you've been standing back in the fighting. West is going to say, "Best of luck to you," and heads in, rappelling down. What is the situation? Have you detected anything?
There's one. It sounds like one zombie behind the door. Yeah, should be good to go.
We'll need to be cautious. Very well. Keitra, it's your turn.
I have a question. Last turn, I had a special feline agility.
Okay.
And I wonder if that's just that when I move on my turn in combat, I can double my speed until the end of my turn. Does that mean I could have used that last turn, or?
Yeah. Would you have wanted to like try and get into the hallway, or because nobody else was with you yet?
Yeah. Okay. For next time, I can do that.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
Great. Okay.
But nonetheless,
so,
what would you like to do?
I'm gonna get really close to the door, and I'm just gonna like, as quietly as possible, because I do think I have really high stealth. I'm gonna like try to like push with two of my paws the door slightly and like see what I can see.
All right. So roll me a stealth check. 28.
Ooh, yeah.
The metal door doesn't even let out a squeak.
What do I see?
I will get this into visibility.
Nice.
Give me one
Exciting stuff.
moment. Reveal area. There we go. There we go. You see a hallway before you. Kind of wraps around the corner, and the stench kind of hits you before you hear the pitter patter of feet. Specifically, you see a figure kind of lurched around the corner here. It hasn't taken notice of you yet.
Is it looking towards me or is it looking?
It has its back turned to you.
Okay. I assume I don't have time to like consult. I need to like decide what I do now.
You can just figure out what you'd like to do. You can also wait, inform the party, and make a decision together.
I think my character would not wait. So I get out of the doors as quietly as possible and I take out both my rapier.
Yep.
And I try to do this on the zombie's head.
Go ahead and roll, we'll say with advantage.
So do I just roll rapier like this? Did I do it right?
Perfect.
Okay.
Roll it one more time. We'll keep
One
that
more time?
damage. Yeah, we'll keep that damage. Okay, 12 both times. Unfortunately, the armor
Wait,
class.
I'm using
Wait.
using something.
You're using.
Use one of the.
Reroll DM.
You are. Yeah.
One player reroll. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead and use a reroll.
All right, much better.
A 20 to hit. Okay, we'll use the first damage you rolled as well.
Okay, great.
So let me just.
Well, that's the best damage, so that works.
Yeah, that's, because why? Because why not? So in the one hit that you've done, you plunge into the back of this creature, and it turns to face you with your rapier still plunged into it. You pull out, doing your second strike.
So I roll again?
Oh wait, sorry. You are a sorry. You don't get a second strike, yeah?
I'm rogue, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay,
That's it.
For some reason. Okay, so it is. You injured it quite heavily. It's still alive, however.
Okay.
I will roll initiative for it now. It will.
Oh,
act.
gross.
It will act next turn. All right, Kerbo, your turn.
Yeah, so first thing Kerbo's going to do is hear all this attacking going on over there. And so he's going to step over here. And how tall are the zombies relative to the barricade? Like, do I have a clear shot, basically? I'm assuming they have cover.
Yeah, you can see their heads kind of lurching over.
Okay.
Yeah, it is climbable, but it's going to take some effort on their part. But you can clearly see, like, the head of the zombie.
Okay, well, then I am going to steady up and try to pop one of those bad boys in his noggin.
Sounds good.
Okay. And poink! God damn it. It was 13 and went to 1. So Kerbo just like shot wide. And is very sad about
Whistles
that.
off into the distance.
Yep. Like, oh man. See over there. He's gonna get over here. And then let's see. That is all Kerbo's gonna do.
Sounds good. This is the map layer. All right. We now move to Taldarex.
Okay, I'm gonna come around the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. How hurt does this gas look? Because I didn't see.
It has a gaping wound, and you can clearly see through it.
All right, so I'm gonna pull out my scimitar and start slashing at it.
Sounds good.
And we'll do first attack.
Natural 20.
Yeah,
All
12
right.
damage.
All right. As you kind of pull your scimitar out, you slash at this tongue that is apparently longer than the head of this creature. And not only do you cut through it, but you also behead the zombie, plopping down at your feet.
Yes, very good. Quiet work.
Let's
Um,
reveal the rest of the hallway too, since you're there.
is this a door here?
Yes.
I assume we probably would have asked our host, where are we going in here?
We're looking for patient 0.
Okay,
Straight
but
ahead.
we don't know where he is.
We need to go straight ahead. It's to the left.
Straight in, so I can hear.
Yes.
All right, so I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's as far as I can go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be good there.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm done.
Perfect. All right. We move now to Kodor.
All right, and the zombies that fell in the pit are still alive, right? They're just
They're like some of them are. 2 of them are. Well, they're both impaled to varying degrees. You could probably try to get their way out of it eventually.
okay. Does it look like they're like kind of like stuck right now, or
Yeah, they're like they haven't tried to
Okay.
pull themselves out yet.
okay? I suppose for now then, Kodor, with still commanding the call lightning, it is still active.
Yep.
We'll then designate a new point. Can really only hit a couple things at once, but we'll prioritize the ones that are closest to the barricade. So these 2 at the top.
Absolutely.
Call down a point there. Let's just okay. Ooh, that was a bad roll. Actually, a fine roll, but DC 15 dex save for them.
One is going to fail and one is going to succeed.
All right, and that would be, looks like 32 points of lightning damage and
32
half on a
points.
success.
So this one again turns to ash almost immediately. This one, however, does stick around afterwards.
All right, that was action. Well, Kodor would still hold his ground.
All right. We now move on. Kree, your turn.
All right. Well, Jesus, that's a lot of people coming towards you over there. I feel like I should help with that because there's 3 people in the building. So I'm gonna the zombie right here closest to the barricade shoot at him.
Yep.
And that's a 16.
That will connect.
All right. That is 8 points of piercing, and this time I'm going to remember to use my psionic abilities to do my psi strike
Sounds good.
for 1 more damage.
It all
Yes!
counts. 1 additional point of damage.
However,
Yep.
they now need to make a strength saving throw DC 12, or they get pushed.
Ooh.
That's a 7. You're pushing them
All right.
into the grease.
Pushing them into the grease.
All right. They slide
Nice.
all the way to the other end, unable to catch their footing.
All right.
Nice.
I am gonna shoot him again. This time I'm gonna remember to use sharpshooter as well. Shoot.
Ooh, okay.
Nice. So that is 22 damage.
Let's go ahead and do a roll. Okay. You hit it in a what you think to be a vital area, but it still stands up, reflective of its undead nature.
You all make me shoot you with a hand crossbow too. All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
27 for. Dang it. 10.
That will connect.
Yeah. I'm good at shooting things.
I'm a good shooter.
I swear.
Yeah.
Janai.
All right. This one is going to fall dead.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my movement to start flying this way.
Okay.
Boop, boop. Like perch on top of the barricade for a second. There we go.
Sounds good.
I'm roosting.
Just as you are beginning to get some heading and some footing on this horde that is approaching you, you see that there are more that join the fray. Again, a collection of undead minions makes himself apparent, bustling out of the woodwork, basically.
Hmm.
We'll say they move as a group. Since I rolled a 17 both times, we'll just say that the zombies move on 17. Nevertheless, they are going to be able to move down to, let's say, here. These 5 here are going to proceed forward. One of them landing in the grease, falling into the pitfall. These 2 are going to try to pull themselves out of the pit. Both failing. This one is going to, again, try to hit at the barricade, seeing if it could damage it. Rolling a 19 and only 5 damage, it fails to make purchase. However, this zombie here is going to make its way over here and is going to try to climb over the barricade.
Clever.
Falling on the floor on the other end. One of them has made it through. We now move to Keitra. Your turn.
Row. So it was here, right? You guys can see my ping? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna continue moving as fast as I can and doing the same thing. I'm gonna stealthily open the door as if it's like routine for me to be ahead of the group.
Roll a stealth check, please. You can kind of get an idea of what's in the other side of the room before you open the door. But very similar to the voice, the tone you had heard earlier from this one undead creature, there are several in this room. 4 to be exact.
There's what? Sorry?
4?
4?
There are 4 of them in this room.
Oh my. Okay. So I point 4 at everybody else.
Okay.
And I do like as in, oh my god. Like I don't know what to do here, kind of.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna just like get my. It's just like I'm gonna take a fighting stance as if I'm like extremely ready for anything to happen.
Okay, sounds good. Kerbo, we move to you.
Yeah, so Kerbo is little concerned that dude just threw himself over the barricade with such ease. So Kerbo, hand crossbow in one hand, will draw his short sword. He's going to run over there. And I noticed that there's some auto crits that might be available.
I think there are.
Yes.
I would be amenable to using one of those if possible.
If
Yes.
the party so chooses.
Do it.
Go for
Do
it.
Sweet. So Kerbo will, and then smack his short sword into its head, inflicting. One moment.
Yep.
So that will be 2, 6 plus the crit dice, which will be 3, so 9. And now the fun part, the crit damage for the sneak attack. 24, 21, so 45 points of sneak damage on top of the 9.
I refer to that as a bucket full of dice.
Bucket o' dice.
Bucket o' dice. You plunge your short sword into the head of this thing, and it pins it into the ground, losing purchase, and it just fades into death.
Hooray! Crap. There's more. Kerbo is vaguely disturbed and hopes that his compatriots are able to find whatever's going on so we can get out of here. Then you step back a couple steps and that's it. Kerbo's done, man.
Very well. Taldrax.
Taldrax will get up to here, kind of, I guess, peek in through the little hole in the door that that was left and kind of go. And then he's kind of, I picture he's like standing back against the door, and then he's gonna turn to Kitra and say, remember when I told you that in my warren I was third best fighter? That was when I left. Since then, I have become great hero, and now I would be first best fighter. And he pulls out his scimitar and says, Kurtulmak, bless me, and stands in the doorway and casts protection from evil on himself and stands ready to fight.
Okay.
Nice.
Really cool.
We'll say, since the door's not open, I'll say that you do that in a hushed so as to not give alert to them immediately. You still want the element of surprise, I think, right?
Well, I assumed that they were going to come and get us.
Oh, the door's not open just yet.
Okay, that's good enough. Let's do that.
All right. Kodor, your turn.
All right, Kodor turned to see Kerbo's display of great swordsmanship there and say, "Good work. keep dealing with the ones that get over the barricade." And these a group of zombies in the kind of bottom side, they're going towards the laboratory.
Nope, they're just taking a different route towards the barricade.
All right. In that case, this pit seems very effective. So for now, this clump with Call Lightning still being available and active.
Yes.
Let's hit the 2 gas and the plague zombie.
Let's get some saving throws.
Roll that again. For
Yes.
35 points this time.
So roll a whopping 35, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ouch. So, unfortunately, one succeeds and one fails, but they both survive. One just survived, mind you.
Okay.
And it's super close. This one failed outright and, again, incinerates before you.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope. That will again be all. Just still mace to the sky, just controlling this storm.
Very nice. Kree, your turn.
All right. Goodness, they are coming in fast. I really wish I had something that could do area damage. I don't. In lieu of having something that can do area damage, I am going to sharpshoot at this one with like the venom and everything dripping from it.
Sounds good.
Seems important. All right, 22 to hit
That will make your chest.
for 22 damage.
Okay. Still alive.
All right.
Or still up. Let's say.
I'm gonna do, second verse same as the first. 18 to hit
Yep.
for 25 damage.
Oh, yeah. That it falls limp, kind of with an inhuman groan, like dying.
All right. And these 3 in the pit trap, are they like down in the pit trap, not coming at?
They're currently trying to gain purchase on the ground to pull themselves out of it.
All right. So the one there on the front closest to Kerbo, I think.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my hand crossbow to shoot.
Very well.
Gonna make me use my hand crossbow. Oops. Nope. Sorry. Wrong weapon.
Oh, okay.
They both start with an H. All right. So a 10 does not hit, I assume.
10 actually does hit.
Oh, well, in that case, 16 damage to that one.
Very well. Not enough to take it out, but you have provided a large injury to its cranium.
All right. I'm gonna fly up and perch over here on the corner of the building.
Okay.
Gonna be like right there.
Wes, as the two of you are sort of preparing yourselves to fight, you said that there are 4 in there. Is that correct?
Yes. We're both muted as we answered.
I confirmed.
We're running out of time. Okay. I have a plan. Let me know if this is
if this is something that you'd be willing to attempt.
Yes, of course.
Well, what is the plan?
Any plan.
If you hide
I'll do it.
if you hide inside of one of these side rooms, I can provide myself as a distraction, pulling them from it, while allowing you safe passage through, or as safe as I can give you. I'll try to make it so that I can climb the rope and get out of here.
But don't we need you to extract it?
You will need this. And he hands you like what appears to be what players would understand to be some form of syringe.
Okay.
You get to be the hero.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trained in syringes. Is this
I mean,
We'll find out.
yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure I like this plant.
No, you're a hero. You've trained for this, bro.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
First best syringe from
Yeah.
from your village.
Yeah.
Even before I get is like the okay from my teammate. I'm already like on my way.
So do you want to like quietly? All right. So we'll say
Yeah.
this: you inspect the door, and you can see that this room is indeed empty.
Okay.
I will ask let's say a stealth check from the both of you,
Okay.
just to see how well you can hide yourselves. Okay.
Natural 20.
So Keitra disappears. Let me go through the room here. There you go. So you can place yourselves in it as you would. All right, West. You get to play the hero here. Right. So Taldrax, you also get to join there as well. So 16 and a 33. We will resolve that after the zombies have their turn. And wouldn't you guess it, the uncounted horde continues to amass in number.
Oof.
Oh no.
Yes.
Make it stop.
More joining the fray.
Boo.
Boo earns.
Boo earns.
They love you. They're saying boo.
Boo earns. Right. Let me move them into the field here. So again, let's start with what's closest. These three are going to try to pull themselves out of the pit.
No. Stay in your home.
No, they all slam apparently. No, I wanted strength saving throws. Two of them gain purchase and are able to
Crap.
get out.
All right.
This plague zombie is going to slide in grease and unfortunately not fall in turkey. This one is going to try and vault over. Is that a strength save? Did that purchase? I think I didn't hit the button. No, that's a 9. No, it doesn't work. This one here will try to climb over this barricade. Succeeding. Making its way to there.
But
This one will lay itself flat against it. This group here is going to move forward. As well as this group. Keitra, we'll say this. You and Tal have hidden yourselves as best as you can. And you hear, as you close the door, you hear West kind of gaining the banter to be able to do this. Come get me, you rotting sacks of shit!
yeah, I like that guy.
And you just hear, yeah! The door flies open, you can hear it, and just parading through the hallway, you hear all 4 of these undead creatures begin their pursuit of West, who you hear running down the hallway. Keitra, your turn.
Okay. I run in that room. And we don't know which door is it, right? So I run in that room. Go ahead.
Door number 1, door number 2. Yes.
I will go to door number here, the left
right.
one.
You want to open it a bit stealthily, or are you just trying to open it?
At this point, I'm just trying to open it.
All right, so you whip it open and see that
There is nothing that greets you on the other side.
Oh my. And can I use my
Feline movement to try and barge through the other door?
Yes.
It will not be stealthy in the slightest,
Okay.
but you may.
Okay, I'm doing it. No stealth. Go. Tom is running.
All right.
Yeah.
And as you run through to the next door, you can hear the door just kicks open, boom, laying out the pretty audible bang. And the smell of this room makes you just like dry retch. Just and before you see what appears to be 3 undead creatures chained to the wall.
Oh, they're chained. Okay, so one of them has to be okay.
So you think, yes.
So
you have been told, let's say.
So I've been told. Okay. And then I guess I can't do anything?
That would be your turn.
Okay, great. So I'm just gonna stand there.
Sounds good. Kerbo, we move to you.
Oh, lordy. Well, this is getting dire.
Hey, it's a mess over here.
It's just, yeah, it is totally a mess. So that gas doesn't look nice. There's a horde of zombies over there. So Kerbo is like, shit. This is a bad day in Mudville. He is gonna find a template that works very quickly. 20-foot template. There does not appear to be one for web, so he's going to use entangle because close enough for government work.
All right.
And then how do I pull that down into the?
Pull from the name of it, not the icon.
Oh, that is counterintuitive.
Yeah.
And hold on. I'm very, very bad at Roll20. Just the worst. Well, whenever I try to... Oh, I see. Okay. We're going to drop an entangle right... crap. There. Or not entangle, sorry. We're going to drop a web.
That's a web, okay.
Right.
It's
a web. It's a
That's a
web.
That's a web.
So let me double check when they have to mass sticky webbing, 20-foot cube, blah, 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 blah. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters them during its turn, dexterity saving throw. All right, so we'll deal with that in a minute. God bless America. Kerbo is worried about what's going on here. But what's he gonna do? He's cast his spell. He is... let's see here. He is going to... He's going to back up over to here and yell at the zombies that are over here. Hey, puss buckets! Take a look at me! I'm delicious!
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, sounds good. Talderex.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow. Oops. I'm gonna follow Kitra into the other room.
Okay.
That's as far as I can get with my normal movement. I will probably dash.
Okay.
Can I, if I dash, can I still get in, kind of a look around, try to figure out which one of these zombies we need to, deal with?
I hear you. Yeah.
All of them.
Okay.
We only need to extract from one.
So now that the both of you are in, you have to get a sample of blood from the first victim of the infection, which you led to believe is one of these 3 individuals. I'll describe this now that you're both in it. The air in this chamber is heavy and thick with flies. 3 undead women are chained to the far wall, their skin rotten and eviscerated. A table stands before them, bearing an array of sample jars. As you enter, the women strain futilely against their chains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Talderex.
So now the question becomes, which of these is the first victim?
Which one looks the most decomposed?
Yeah.
I will allow, since you're both in there, Kichor, you've had a moment to inspect them at a distance. Taldrax, you've gotten a little bit closer. Let's say I will give a free check of some sort.
For both of us?
So we'll say with whoever wants to roll it, you could do it with advantage since both of you were interacting.
I have a pretty good investigation skill.
Yeah, go for it. And you've been in there longer, so it makes sense for you to go.
Sounds good.
There it is.
Okay.
It's hard to distinguish which one of them exactly, but you stop looking at them per se, and you start to look at the flies in the room. There is a heavier cluster on the zombie to the right.
Okay, so I point with my tail. You know?
Of course.
As you
I'm
block
like-
your nose with your hand.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, look at the right one first.
Okay.
Cats have keen sense of smell.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Which
Like,
probably
oh,
makes this torture.
like
And then as soon as I said that, with my tail swaps with my arm, with my hands, and then my tail is just like permanently in front of my nose.
Sounds
Look,
good.
I've got a mustache.
All right. So with that, we move on now to Kree. Wait, Kodor, did you have your turn?
No, not this
You
time
did not.
around.
Okay, Kodor, my apologies. Your turn.
No worries. Kodor just kind of, sees the zombies in front of him, but sees a larger cluster of them, and kind of for the greater good, just turns his shield towards the zombies that are next to him, but still calls lightnings the big clump that's approaching the barricade.
Sounds good.
After that's hit those 4.
Yep.
Let's roll it again.
Would you look at that?
All right, for 23.
23.
Nice.
23 is enough to kill these two.
yes.
Nice.
However, these ones, they become charred from the burn of the lightning contacting their skin. Still up, however.
All right. Put our braces for potential impact of these two zombies next to him, but shield up, and that's his turn.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
I can help here. Maybe I can help.
Speaking of which, Kree, we
Hopefully.
moved you.
It's a good thing you have the shield up, though, in case this goes awry. I'm going to shoot at the
It's going to
zombie.
go awry.
Yes, at the zombie, which is next to Kodar and already injured. So that's gonna be. Oh no, I missed a 10. Did I hit?
10 is going to hit.
Okay, I hit. Huzzah.
The undead do not have speed on their side.
That's true. 24.
24. That is enough to take its head clean off its shoulders.
All right.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna turn my crossbow to the one next to it and do the same thing. Hopefully this time with more oomph. No, just the same amount of oomph. 24.
That's the same amount of oomph, and that's exactly the oomph you needed to kill it.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm gonna level my hand crossbow then at the one that's leaking poison from its mouth behind Kodor,
Yep.
and be like, "Watch out behind you!"
Guardian sharpshooter right now.
Well, I'm not
Oh.
sharpshooting with my hand crossbow because those
Fair.
seemed kind of. So 7 piercing to that one.
They're a bit more tough. All right, I need to make a roll here.
Yeah, last time I tried to sharpshoot one of those, you were like, "No."
Actually, yes. Your crossbow bolt takes purchase, and it falls backwards, getting impaled by the barricade.
Gotcha, Kodor. Teamwork.
Good work.
On the top of the round, I'm going to hide this area again to create some suspense. We'll see what happens to our ally West here in a moment.
Aw.
As the
I mean-
You hear
undead-
chomping sounds.
as the undead horde also disappears in that room.
You hear albatross shrieking.
Honk.
No, they don't. I looked it up. They sound really shrill and terrifying.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Can anyone guess what happens at the top of the turn?
More zombies.
More zombies appear, and the ones that are there start rushing towards the barricade.
Oh, yes. Precisely.
If you
It's
people
almost like-
who are in the building could do the thing that you're supposed to be doing.
That would be super awesome.
It's looking very bad right now. Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
wait.
goodness.
These ones are going to try to get over the barricade. So you have 2 stir athletics checks here. Both fail. The Gasteer slides into the pit. However, the 2 zombies are going to try to lurch their way up. One of them fails, but one of them does succeed, getting onto the other side.
All right.
And finally, this zombie here will arrive at there, let's say. Top of the order, Keitra, your turn.
Okay. Who has the vial? Not the vial, but the syringe.
I do.
Okay.
Okay. Would I know if he is sufficient enough to do that?
In drawing blood.
Anyone can do
Considering
that, right?
considering you're not really concerned of the well-being of these creatures, jabbing it and taking what
Okay.
you can is
So
probably
I
Just
I
stab it.
Yeah, as I'm running towards zombie number 1, I grab the syringe on the same movement, and in one fluid movement, I kind of put my paw. Wait, I'm trying to not to get bitten too. So I'm
okay.
hold on, so I
give
think
me yeah.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, okay, so you want to grab easily. You take the vial, or sorry, the syringe from Tal.
Yeah.
You march towards here, kind of defensively approaching. And when you jab the syringe into it, I need you to give me a medicine check with dexterity.
I believe in you.
Woo!
In one fell swoop, as it kind of lurches towards you, you jab it into the neck, pulling with your other hand the plunger, which seems to fill with this atrocious and vile liquid. And as you pull it back, you fall onto the floor just before it's able to snap at your arm.
Oh, so it stabs me?
No, you pull
okay,
back,
just
land on the
before.
floor,
Okay.
before, because it's chain standing
Okay.
up, so it can't get to
Okay.
you.
Okay, so please note that while I fall on the floor, I'm actually rolling, and then landing in a black
give me an
widow's
acrobatics. Give me another acrobatics check.
Combat roll.
Yeah.
You swiftly, very graciously, kind of backwards roll into it.
Great.
Tal is the only one to be the audience, however.
Okay.
Kerbo, we moved to you.
So Kerbo, increasingly alarmed by the large number of zombies and other things. So this one has made it across. That one over there looks like he's stuck in the web. Good for him. So Kerbo is going to step over here, and he's going to shoot that zombie right there.
Sounds good.
All right. And pew! Armor class 20 for 5 points of piercing, and then another 21, so 26 total points of damage to there's plague zombie.
The zombie takes the bolt and falls back into the pit, dying.
Excellent.
Anything else?
Huzzah! And that is that's gonna do it for me. I'm just gonna keep sweating and hope that these barricades hold long enough for whatever's supposed to happen.
Sounds
I'm
good.
done.
Tal, your turn.
Okay, Tal, seeing that Kitra's got what we need, says to Kitra, whatever you do, you have to get out with that. You have to bring that out. So don't wait for me if you can get out. And then he casts a Narcane spell, mouthing the magic words, "This is not the cat you're looking for," and casts Sanctuary on Kitra. And then runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and dashes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, knowing that Kitra can keep up. So if they want to attack Kitra, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw first.
Yes.
Otherwise, they cannot.
Otherwise, we'll say this on the outside. You see the form of West rolls himself out of the window. We'll say that the only person who can see this is Kree, landing on the floor with a. You are not aware if he's injured. Kodor, we move to you.
All right, Kodor, thanking everyone who has helped with these zombies coming over the barricade, but still more work to be done. Turns, and now the new point of origin will be this clump that is approaching the barricade. We'll call lightning once again.
Sounds good. I rolled really well for the zombies, unfortunately.
That is fine, but it will be 26 points.
26 points, okay. Then at half damage, we'd be looking at 13. Okay. So, two of them are still up. One does indeed incinerate because of the lightning. And this one receives quite a bit of damage, but is still up, however.
All right. That is it.
Kree, we move to you.
We move back to me. Oh, jeez. They're so
You did
fast.
notice that Wes kind of fell out of the window.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's so much going on out here that I can't really be bothered with the people inside. So I'm gonna go for this one here is trying to break through the barricade.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be the guardian sharpshooter.
All right.
Oh no, a 9.
Which
Misses
one were
that
you?
guy.
Was that
That's
a
gonna
guess?
miss. Yeah, that's a ghast.
Okay, yes.
They're too strong. 15.
15 will hit.
Yeah. All right, so that's 21 points of piercing.
Is still up, however.
Oh, why?
Because he doesn't
And
like
then-
you.
With my trusty hand crossbow, a 13.
That will connect. Just.
10 piercing.
All right. Finally falls from the wounds that it has sustained.
All right.
Beginning at the top of the order, West is going to call out to Kree as you're the one closest. They're still in there. I think they had it. We need to get them out of there now.
Yes, you should do that.
And seemingly in endless fashion, more zombies appear.
I'm gonna get. Oh, there you go. More zombies.
You were going to guess more zombies?
That was gonna be my guess. Yes.
There's always more zombies. That's like the rules of an apocalypse.
More zombies.
Yes. All right, so they are going to enter there. 2 of them are going to try to get out of the pit that they're in. Again. Unable to do so. The pits are quite deep. This one's going to try to roll over the barricade. Failing. The ghast will attempt to now. Succeeding! Jumping over.
Woohoo.
This one is going to jump into here, not realizing that the earth is covered in webs. It needs to give a dexterity save, right? Or strength?
1 moment. I believe it is. He is entering the area. It is a dexterity saving throw. Yes, DC 14.
DC 14. It fails. It is now caught in the web. This one now starting its turn in there has to also give a dexterity saving throw, failing. This one is going to try to vault over, not the building, the fence. 11. They've lost their energy. They're being too deterred by the constant just defense that you're giving here. One of them will slip into the pit, sustaining enough damage to kill it. The other one is going to try to not fall in the pit. This group here are going to approach right over here, and finally they will make their way to about here. Keitra, we move back to you.
There's so many zombies.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I'm running as fast as I can towards the entrance that we were at. So
Feline agility.
I'm gonna try to run as far as I can. So where can I make it?
You could dash. Your movement speed is 30, correct? Or is it 40?
30.
30. All right. So if you dash, you can easily make 60 feet. We'll say you catch up to Talderax and gain a little bit of footing as well.
Okay.
So there's fine. This door is wide open.
Well, with the feline agility, she can go 90.
Ah, there you go. So you can go an additional
Oh, wow.
30 feet if you prefer. I'll say this. You see that the guests in there are currently just kind of idly standing around. But with the noise, they're taking interest into the hallway.
Can I go upwards, like into the unknown?
You would like to... Oh, you can certainly try. You haven't inspected that area before, though.
Because there's the door that I know that is at the entrance. Would be another exit, right?
Yeah. You think you have two exits, from what you understand. The door in front, and the rappel rope that you initially entered with.
I can draw them away. I can draw them away. If you wait, I can draw them away from the one we came through.
Okay, so I. Oh my god, I don't know if that's key here. I go into this room.
You open the door, seeing that on the other side is nothing.
Let's go again. I hide here.
All right. So, okay, that works there. Kerbo, we moved you.
You've got to get out of the building.
Yes, please. Kerbo is increasingly worried. And he's going to move here, so he's got a nice shot on this here ghast. Bonus action, he's going to line up, steady aim with the hand crossbow, and then he's going to take a shot.
All right.
Sure. Okay. And pew! Good thing I have advantage. Pew! That will be armor class 26.
That will connect. Twice over.
For 5 points of piercing from the initial hit of the bolt, and then a further. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you, dice. 15. So a total of 20 points of piercing damage to his face, and I'm going to add Fury of the Small.
Okay.
Which will add an additional 9 points of damage because he is a creature larger than me. So 29 points of piercing damage.
With that is enough to kill it.
Nice.
All right.
Kerbo is still focusing on keeping that web active. Yeah, and I'm done. I can't move anymore because I steadied my aim.
Perfect. Tal, your turn.
Tal starts running, and as he runs by, he again says to Kitra, remember, no matter what, get out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll get to here.
Okay.
He's going to draw his weapon, which is going to start resounding with a kind of booming energy as he's going to cast Booming Blade, which is going to draw probably everything that lives in here.
Sounds good.
Because it does a whole lot of sound, and I'm going to do that, and hopefully maybe hit. All right. So
that will connect.
Okay. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to use a defensive flourish on that.
Okay.
Which I swear I know how to do. Maybe, potentially. Flourish. No, that's not it. Oh my God. Okay, it's a... Okay. I'll get there. Why is it not letting me roll? That's not letting me roll. Okay, I will just roll a d8 and we'll do that. So it takes an extra 6 damage and I get an AC bonus.
Perfect.
And I can move an extra 10 feet, which I'll do to here.
Okay.
Because my intent is to get them all on me.
Sounds good.
Move
to you. I will say this actually, Quarter, as you were looking at the horde before you, it's you get the feeling that this is unending. That,
Yeah.
and it seems as if although you are holding the tide, this location is lost.
Kodor, observing the area, kind of calls out, "We might need to retreat soon. Hopefully, if they are done with their task, we can get it and leave." And Kodor will start to back up a little bit as we'll probably final call lightning on this clump here, and we'll expend a channel divinity. Might as well to make it just 50 points of damage, but they still got to make the saves.
Sounds good. Everything fails, which is enough to kill them all.
All right.
I will say this: who has the Taki Rocky?
Not me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to think who was talking.
I thought it was you.
Almost.
Well, maybe it is me. I put it in my pouch and I forgot about it.
We'll say Cree. You hear kind of over
Okay,
the
3PO.
You hear over the stone. You have any plans of getting out of there soon? I think you're going to be overrun at any point.
Oh, my pouch is talking. I pull it out. I think you're right. We should, yeah. I'll alert the others.
I'm on my way. Give me a little more time.
Oh, that doesn't seem like a good idea, but okay.
Right. Speaking of which, Cree, it's your turn.
All right. I have heard this booming from inside, so I'm gonna fly down here to where I can see in the hole.
Okay.
And going to level my bow at this one right next to Tal.
Okay.
And try to help him get out of there.
All right.
That did not roll. There we go. All right. So that is 25. So that hits for 18.
Yep, that's going to do some damage. There we go. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. What is okay? That will probably miss. 14. Why is that not coming through?
14 is going to connect, actually.
Oh, very well. Then that is 7.
7 points of damage.
No, 7 plus 10, so 17.
Still up, but just barely.
Yes. All right. Let's see. Then I'm gonna shoot him with my hand crossbow. Last but not
All
least.
right. Sounds good.
And then I'm
There's
gonna
zombie dogs too.
Then I'm gonna figure out why it's switched to rolling on D&D Beyond. 18
That's going to connect.
for 3,
I was gonna
7 points total.
That is more than enough, and it falls limp onto the floor.
Excellent.
At the beginning of the turn, those of you who are outside currently, the howls just appear to be multiplying. And just to give you a bit of a visual here, there are now, you can't see beyond what just appears to be a wall of rotting flesh. There are literal hundreds of zombies encroaching on your position. You can't count them all.
Oh my gosh, that is a significant number of zombies.
Yeah.
So, as you're kind of getting a tally of what the situation looks like, Cree, your stone chimes in again.
I'm here! Towards the watchtower!
And as you kind of dart your head up, you see the large familiar form of the Quetzalcoatlus, the giant gargantuan bird that you flew in on, begins to lower its body with what you think to be Volo on the back of it onto the watchtower.
Oh my god, you are here just in time. Everybody get to the watchtower. I'll start shrieking, actually bird shrieking to let everyone know.
Okay.
My turn, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Kitra, your turn.
Okay, I run as far as I can towards the watchtower from where I am. Like, I ignore all of the zombies. I just want to run as fast as I can.
Sounds good. So you can get to 90 feet. You can easily get to there. After you've done your barrage Kree, West kind of pulls himself up over to the window, reaching out a hand, saying, "Here! I need you to give me an athletics check."
Okay.
To with advantage to pull yourself out of the hole.
So I'm not sure what with advantage means. Do I need
You
to
get to
add
roll
more?
twice.
Oh, okay, great.
21. 21 is more than enough. You vault up, and in a fell swoop, West is able to pull you through the hole. You both kind of fall onto the ground. You'll take a little bit of falling damage from the distance, but you are through the hole.
Great. And I can't do anything else, right? So
Yeah. Kerbo, your turn.
So this Quetzalcoatlus that's going to pick us up that we were riding on, it's over in this area here by the watchtower?
Exactly. Unfortunately, I cannot find a Quetzalcoatl in the...
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So he is
We'll
going
use
to
an
tell...
adult red dragon.
So Kerbo, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kerbo is going to run over here, and then for his action, he's going to dash. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Boom. And then about how high up would our ride be?
The wings are actually very much low. You can easily climb onto one of them.
Then, not wanting to do things in a normal fashion, he is going to wrap himself in a silvery mist, and then he is going to Misty Step up onto its back. Hurry up, slowpokes!
Yeah.
So, moving forward, we have Tal, your turn.
Okay, Tal is going to Blooming Blade, the same target as before. 12 to hit? That might not hit.
12 is going to miss.
All right, doesn't matter. Don't care. Not the point. I'm going to move away from him, so that'll provoke from him if he wants to attack me.
Yes.
It'll be a disadvantage because of protection from evil.
Sounds good.
Okay.
That's a 9, so that's going to miss.
Okay, I'm going to get to the hole in the wall and poke out and do my best. Get to the chopper! And basically raise my blades and block the door, try to prevent the gas from getting through.
Okay.
Kodor, how much do you weigh?
A lot. I don't know exactly. A few 100 pounds.
Just trying to determine if I could go pick you up and fly with you.
It'd be hard. It'd be hard. But Kodor would... Oh, is it my turn, sorry? Or is...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, just start sprinting, just dash. 10, 15, 20, 30. Again, doesn't quite get there, but is dashing towards it.
Okay. Kree, finally your turn.
All right, well, Kree is going to start with my psionic power, telekinetic movement. And I'm going to use that to take Kodor and move him up here.
Nice.
Then I know that I can carry Tal, so I'm going to go over here, grab Tal.
Okay.
And I have 50 feet, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And we are both back to, the fence area. So,
Yes,
Tal, you have to move yourself.
So I'm gonna give a visual for everyone here. Tal, you've just basically accepted your fate. You are not letting these through for the sake of Schult. For all of the training and all of the adventuring you have done, you are putting your life down here on the line. Will you be infected? You're not quite certain. Will you walk out of here alive? You're pretty much certain you will not. And just as you've relinquished yourself to this fate, you feel something grab you on the top of your head. Yank you out from behind.
What about what's his face? Our friend. He needed help. He tripped. What's
Which friend is this?
West.
West?
He's
He's already out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
West
he's
is out.
But he's just outside. He needs to get to the tower.
Yeah, he's got legs.
He's running with Keitra.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, Tal, move yourself over to the barricade
Yeah.
on the opposite side of it. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. So as you are all out in the open, you are about to make your way onto the Quetzalcoatl. There are untold masses rushing towards you. You think to yourself for a moment, how can we still this tide? And just as quickly as, these drums intensify almost around you, almost the presence of these zombies being around you, it draws to a silence. The drums fall to a complete silence. And you hear strangled screams emanating from all around you. You hear in the distance the earth around you kind of rumbles as if something great has just fallen. And you can see one by one the zombies all begin to fall. Spreading out from the palace in great waves of collapsing bodies. You can see almost like a wave towards you. The zombies just all fall dead.
Oh,
The zombie
good.
horde is no more. It appears that those who were sent to fight against the liches themselves have succeeded. You have a steady retreat. You are able to bring forward the supplies that you have procured, the two things, along with the other searching parties. You all put your pieces together. And those who are infected but not yet turned have a chance at actually surviving what has transpired. Schultz will remember this day, and so will you. Many people have been lost. Some have been returned. But everyone is going to remember exactly the sounds of the drums of the dead from so on forth. Congratulations, everyone. The epic is a full success. I received messages that the epic itself, they were able to kill the liches, preventing the zombie hordes from overtaking you, and you have successfully created an antidote to be able to bring back those who are just on the cusp of turning into zombies.
Nice.
Hooray!
Nice.
Well done, everyone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we took our time a little bit, I think, on some of the on those two parts, but I liked the pacing of it personally. I think it felt very much akin to what a zombie apocalypse would feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Perfect.
I was quite concerned for a while. I was holding down the barricade, and I'm like, this is not going well.
Yo, that went amazing. What are you talking about? We crushed it. We could have fought for another. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that call lightning was clutch.
Yeah, that was
super
actually
clutch.
insane value.
And the tunnel of the barricades with the
Yeah.
pit, that was also pretty clutch. The idea of it.
That
The
went
setup was
super
good.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pit and the grease.
Yep.
Mhm.
Went super
Really
well.
clutch.
So, on behalf of D&DMTL and the Adventurers League in Montreal, I'd very much like to thank each of our guests for sitting down with us,
Yes.
participating in this epic. I'd also like to thank our charity for helping us with this stream. Can I get a tally exactly of how much we have raised? Does anyone have that number? If I receive it in the chat, I'll call it out in just a moment. 331 cents will be going to our cause for today.
$300 and then 31 cents.
Yes. Perfect. Well, nonetheless, this was a joy to DM. I very much had a fun time, and I hope that everyone here also enjoyed your time. And
Yeah.
for those of you
Yeah.
tuning in, please keep track of us on Facebook and social media. We do these streams about once every month or so, and we'll be announcing when we decide to do this next.
Thank you so much.
And with that, I just want to say thanks again to everyone, viewers at home as well, and we'll see everyone next time.
All right.
All
Bye.
right, buddy. Thank you
Bye.
for being awesome.
Yeah.
Bye all.